It's the Dodgers and Rockies on this Wednesday night. Bobby Miller, Herman Marquez, the pitching matchup. We'll dive deeper into the numbers for both of them coming up in just a little bit. Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Zenshi Handcrafted Sushi. Enjoy it. Head into the game. Listen to the game. It's quick and affordable for the whole family. Made fresh on-site daily by professionally trained sushi chefs with precision, passion, and a tradition you can taste. Tuna rolls, salmon rolls, tempura shrimp rolls. They got poke bowls. Find Zenshi near the deli counter at Ralph's. Zenshi Handcrafted Sushi. Always fast, fresh, and easy.
And now, what will likely be Vassay fielding insults from a Dodger player.
It's an engagement of endearment.
This is High and Tight.
A different uniform, but still a good guy. The one and only Kyle Farmer is back at Dodger Stadium. Great to see you and great to see a smile on your face.
Yeah, thanks. Glad to be here. I've had quite a few uniforms since I've last played here, so it's been good.
But we've remained consistent. I come see you no matter who you're playing for.
If you don't, I'll be really upset.
Twins, Reds, now Rockies.
That's right. Yeah, I love Denver. It's great. It's been a lot of fun so far.
What's been the key to your personal success to start the year?
That's a good question. I made a swing change a little bit this offseason, but honestly, I'm 34 now and not sure how much longer I'm going to be able to play, so I'm just kind of enjoying every moment right now and just kind of taking everything in and enjoying it.
When you look at your journey, everybody talks about that.
Yeah.
I know you're in the moment still and still excelling, but what do you appreciate the most about the road of your major league career?
Oh, man, just the patience that a lot of coaching staff has had with me at different teams. I think you don't get to where you are without some help, and I've had a lot of good help along my way with the Dodgers, the Reds, the Twins, a lot of guys who have patience with me, and it's helped me out a lot.
Speaking of the Dodgers, I'll never forget your greatest Dodger moment. A walk-off hit against the San Francisco Giants on Sunday Night Baseball. Your jersey got shredded that night.
To mourn the loss of an athletics legend and one of the greatest players in Major League Baseball history, Rickey Henderson. Today we honor his memory with his number 24 on our backs, all season long with his number 24 on our sleeves, and forever his legacy in our hearts. Now please join us in a 24-second moment of silence for the late, great Rickey Henderson.
O'Neill drives one the other way. That's headed out toward right field. He's done it again! The unstoppable opening day machine! Tyler O'Neill has homered for a 6th consecutive year on opening day. This time, he does it in his home country.
Look out in Burnaby!
Well, he's left-handed, and he hits this one with authority. That one is out of here. Juan Soto's first home run as a New York Met, a laser, and so many more to come in the next 15 years. Usually doesn't take long for Soto to hit his first home run with a new team. With the Yankees, it was his 3rd game. With the Mets, his 2nd.
Sometimes you gotta let people know what neighborhood you're from. That ball is squared up.
Voice. He's been to many different teams. You sound like a Georgia guy.
I am a Georgia guy.
Yeah, so? What happened to your football team this year?
We're not going to talk about it. We had a little quarterback issue, decided to go to Miami and do some other things, so hopefully we turn around this year.
So is the LLC of Kyle Farmer and Alex Wood now a big donor, the NIL donor to the Georgia Bulldogs?
I love my Bulldogs, but I will not be giving any money to a college student.
Are you still having aspirations of being a broadcaster when you're done playing?
I don't know what I'm going to do. A lot of guys want me to manage. A lot of people want me to broadcast. I think I'd be a good manager. I think I'd also be a good broadcaster. So I think you got to have a little southern twang on the broadcast booth sometimes.
I know. Well, that would be great. Either way, but just don't ask for anybody's phone number. You're a married man.
I'm not going to. That was an Atlanta Brave guy too. We don't claim him.
Hey, before I let you go, Jackie Robinson Day at Dodger Stadium. How special was it to be here for that?
That was really cool. It's my second time doing it. I was here with the Reds when we did it, and then it's really cool. I mean, having Doc out there talking was awesome.
All right, I'll let you go. I know
I'm getting in trouble.
Yeah, you're not in trouble. They don't know who you are. You're one of the good guys.
I'm the farm dog.
That's right. Don't forget it. Great to see you.
Good to see you, too. Thank you, guys.
There he goes, one of the good guys and best friend to Alex Wood. Kyle Farmer has been our guest, and he receives a pair of Kanan sunglasses. Kanan's lenses are clearer, lighter, and stronger than other lenses and are nearly impossible to scratch. Visit Kanan.com for your pair today. Tim, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, DV. Great to hear from Kyle Farmer, one of the good guys. Dodgers Baseball is brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. Coming up, we'll dive deeper into this pitching matchup. Guess who's back? Bobby Miller. We'll dive deeper into that pitching matchup. Dodgers and Rockies. I'm Tim Cates. This is World Champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports.
Hey Dodger fans, the 2025 MLB season is here, and SeatGeek has your ticket to all the blue heaven on earth action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of every home team win. Now, whether you're buying or selling tickets to Dodger games or to any other live event in LA, SeatGeek has your seat. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of your World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers. Your ticket to the best game of your life. SeatGeek.
The season is underway, and what a start it's been! The boys in blue have all the bases covered, just like Hoffy with their top-quality beef franks, bacon-wrapped hot dogs, and natural casing beef frankfurter.
You can always trust the boys in blue to deliver their best, just as Angelinos have trusted Hoffy to deliver great taste and quality for nearly 100 years. Get ready for the next game by picking up your favorite Hoffy product from your local grocery store.
Hoffy, local, and so great!
With LA Care Health Plan, you have more choices for your Medi-Cal coverage, including LA Care, Anthem Blue Cross, and Blue Shield of California Promise. Get free doctor visits, prescriptions, urgent and nationwide emergency care. Visit us today at lacare.org/meta-cal.
Hi, I'm Kike Hernandez. Nothing beats being a dad to my 4-year-old daughter, Penelope. First 5 California is my go-to for tips on helping her grow strong and resilient, no matter what challenges come her way. Learn more at first5california.com.
At the crack of a bat, crack open a Bud. Budweiser is the official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. There's no better way to celebrate a home run than an ice-cold Bud. Stock up the fridge, because it's time to play ball. Baseball fans, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
This is Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck. On your home for the blue all season long.
Dodgers and Rockies, final game of this 3-game series, final game of this homestand for the Dodgers as they go for the sweep of Colorado. First pitch coming up at 7:10.
And now, before the Dodgers hit the diamond, we look at the pitching matchup.
Presented by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Work hard and play hard in a new Tacoma with an I-Force turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. German Marquez on the mound, 0-2 with a 4.60 ERA. 30-year-old right-hander out of Venezuela. 10th season in the big leagues already. It's a bounce-back season after making a combined 5 starts in the last 2 years because of elbow issues. Making his 4th start this year. Last time out, 4 2/3 innings, 6 runs, 7 hits in a loss to the Padres. He's gone 3-5 with a 3.75 ERA against the Dodgers in 17 career starts. He's 3-3 with a 2.89 ERA in 9 starts at Dodger Stadium. That ERA, by the way, is the second best opponent ERA amongst active pitchers at Dodger Stadium. Bobby Miller on the mound for the Dodgers, 26-year-old right-hander, former first-round pick. Miller burst onto the scene in 2023, going 11-4 with a 3.76 ERA in 22 starts. However, 2024, not so good. An ERA over 8.5. He was 2-4 in 56 innings of work. He opened this season in AAA Oklahoma City, where he's made the last 2 starts and 3 appearances with a 2.25 ERA. It's not a lot of traffic on the base pass across 12 innings with 11 strikeouts. He's facing the Rockies for the third time in his young career. His first at Dodger Stadium. He's 1-0 at the 4.72 ERA. He last faced the Rockies July 19th last year. He went 6 1/3 innings, giving up 5 runs on 6 hits while striking out 2 in a no decision. So it's Bobby Miller and Germán Márquez, Dodgers and Rockies, final game of this 3-game set. We are 15 minutes away from first pitch. Keys to the game are coming up next with Tim Neverett and Rick Monday. I'm Tim Cates. This is the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers.
Dodgers up 2-0, and the batter is Tommy Edman. That ball is crushed in the air to left field. Did he get under it, or did he get enough? He got enough! And it's Tommy Tanks with the first home run in Tokyo. Yeah, the first home run of the 25 campaign comes from 25. Well, it was a big-time swing for 2 strikes. Tommy Edman looking like a cleanup man up there. Absolute tank, right center field. It is off the wall. To second goes Ohtani. To home goes Ohtani. It was a home run. And the question is, without the fans, would have it been a home run?
After review, they're calling the field stands. Home run.
Yeah, like I said, an absolute tank.
Getting traded to Boston from Chicago. You see here the traditional jersey. I love a road jersey because it says where you're from, and this is simple, clean, and cool. And you see this patch right here. This is from the 2013 postseason run, which was unlike anything I had ever been a part of. To punch through and hoist that trophy. Boston strong forever, baby.
1-1. That's it well, right center field, into the gap. Page's back, he can't make the catch. Little one off the wall. Dansby scores. Amaya to second. Cubs lead 1-0 here in the second. It's just keep on coming for Miguel Amaya. Big knock.
Well, tries to beat him with a fastball upstairs. It's a real nice, powerful swing. Head rate on it, gets good extension.
Home, it's important they have their right game plan to protect the house, and looking to protect it tonight with the sweep over Colorado. The same applies to your home. Always have a plan and follow fire safety tips. For example, before setting up a campfire, make sure to get a permit from CAL FIRE and check local restrictions. Know how to properly set up a campfire and extinguish it using the drown, stir, and feel method. Always have a water supply and shovel nearby to extinguish that campfire. For more about these tips and to find out others, visit fire.ca.gov. All right, before first pitch, we head back out to the booth. Tim Neverett, Rick Monday, guys.
Tim, thanks again. And another gorgeous night here at Dodger Stadium. Wrapping up this homestand and wrapping up this 3-game series. Dodgers looking for a sweep over the Rockies. They've won the first 2. Bobby Miller gets called up, making a spot start for the Dodgers. In AAA this year, he is 0-1 with a 2.25 ERA, 11 strikeouts and 12 innings pitched. He's had 3 appearances and 2 starts for the Oklahoma City Comets. His last one coming on the 11th against Round Rock, and now gets ready to debut tonight. Will we see a new Bobby Miller, or what will we see that could be different from the right-hander as he hopes to try to stay in the big leagues?
I think one thing that has to be different than the starts that he had in AAA is not walking 11 batters in the 12 innings. That's really at the top of the order. And if we look back to last year, the fastball, and while that fastball registered in the elite categories, it averaged at 97.6 miles an hour. That's in the top 5% of Major League Baseball. The fastball was hit at a .348 batting average and a very high slugging percentage because of location, not lack of velocity, but it was lack of location inside and outside and trying to tie up some big swings.
Yeah, one big key for Miller is going to be to not give up the home run. Last year, he allowed 17 home runs in just 56 innings. That's 2.7 home runs per 9 innings. So if he can get the ball in the ground, keep it in the ballpark, he should be okay. Veteran German Marquez going for the Rockies. He is 3-3 with an ERA under 3 in 9 career starts against the Dodgers. The Dodgers 13-6. The Rockies 3-14. Game 3 and a chance to sweep for the Dodgers coming up, Tim.
All right, thank you guys. Don't forget, after the game, I'll have all the post-game festivities, including post-game Dodger talk as well. All the reaction from the clubhouse as the Dodgers look to finish off the sweep over the 3-14 Colorado Rockies, who have lost 5 in a row on their road trip. Dodgers looking to make it 6 in a row. By the way, the Diamondbacks, Giants, and Padres all won today. Diamondbacks have won 4 in a row. Padres get back on track with a win at 15-4 in atop the division. So as we speak, Dodgers going to play in 3rd place in the NL West. Dodgers, Rockies next. Bobby Miller on the mound when we return. I'm Tim Case. This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck on the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
World champions once again, my friend.
World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers.
This is just the beginning of this team's title window.
Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah.
This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck on the world champion Dodgers Audio Network.
You either with me or against me, though.
Living out their dream.
They've added even more. Now we go for 2 in a row.
Win, 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 win. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win.
In the backyard and dreaming about this moment.
Start chasing that chip. Win, 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 win.
This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Superior Grocers.
Quality, variety, and value.
Shakey's Pizza.
Get more meal for deal at Shakey's.com.
And by Estrella Jalisco.
Back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the ninth.
First pitch is just moments away on your home of the world champion LA Dodgers. The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles.
Cameron Meisner gets into this one, a long drive deep to right. That baby's gone! Home run, and the Rays win it 3-2. Cameron Meisner jumped on the first pitch, his first career home run. Meisner has ended this one in dramatic fashion. First pitch, bottom of the ninth, a walk-off home run. The pride of Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Cameron Meisner.
Carson Kelly's had himself quite a night.
Walk, homer, 2 RBI single, and now this 2-base hit.
Carson Kelly, this is his last chance, you would think, at getting a cycle.
Center field, going back, Bleday. It's off the wall. Racing towards second.
Go! Here we go!
Go! And he's in! Oh, my! We got a cycle!
First cycle since Mark Grace.
Well, he's left-handed, and he hits this one with authority. That one is out of here. Juan Soto's first home run as a New York Met, a laser. And so many more to come in the next 15 years. Usually doesn't take long for Soto to hit his first home run with a new team. With the Yankees, it was his 3rd game. With the Mets, his 2nd.
Sometimes you gotta let people know what neighborhood you're from. That ball is squared up.
2-1.
In the dirt, gets away! Here comes Hill! He's gonna score! 3 wins! 3 walk-offs to start the season!
How you can't make this stuff up.
What a way to begin the season for the Marlins!
The first place Marlins.
And all the Pirates can do is tuck their tails and get out of town. What a start for this bunch led by Clayton McCullough. They don't care how they're gonna win, they'll just find a way to do it.
40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Mookie cues it, right side of the infield, picked up by Rizzo. He's going to have to take it himself. Nobody was covering the bag!
Join us at Dodger Stadium for Mookie Betts Bobblehead Night, presented by Security Benefit on Tuesday, May 13th versus the Oakland A's. The first 40,000 fans in attendance will take home a Mookie Betts bobblehead commemorating one of the most exciting first base plays in Dodger playoff history.
And that is how the Dodgers break through.
For tickets and information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Hi, I'm Kike Hernandez. Winning a world championship is incredible, but nothing beats being a dad to my 4-year-old daughter, Penelope. Making sure she has a strong, healthy start means being present, playing, and staying patient, even when it feels challenging. First 5 California is my go-to for tips and supporting her growth and well-being, so she can thrive no matter what challenges come her way. Learn more at first5california.com.
The season is underway, and what a start it's been! The boys in blue have all the bases covered, just like Hoffy with their top-quality beef franks, bacon-wrapped hot dogs, and natural.
Cameron Meisner gets into this one, a long drive deep to right. That baby's gone! Home run, and the Rays win it 3-2. Cameron Meisner jumped on the first pitch, his first career home run. Meisner has ended this one in dramatic fashion. First pitch, bottom of the ninth, a walk-off home run. The pride of Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Cameron Meisner.
2-1. In the dirt, gets away! Here comes Hill! He's gonna score! 3 wins! 3 walk-offs to start the season!
How you can't make this stuff up.
What a way to begin the season for the Marlins!
The first place Marlins.
And all the Pirates can do is tuck their tails and get out of town. What a start for this bunch led by Clayton McCullough. They don't care how they're gonna win, they'll just find a way to do it.
To mourn the loss of an athletics legend and one of the greatest players in Major League Baseball history, Rickey Henderson. Today we honor his memory with his number 24 on our backs, all season long with his number 24 on our sleeves, and forever his legacy in our hearts. Now please join us in a 24-second moment of silence for the late great Rickey Henderson.
Here's Betts, hitting a fly ball to left center field. Green to the track, to the wall. Gone! Got just enough! And here in the 8th, the Dodgers have just enough! Golfs one, left field, and turns out the...
Galpin story. It starts at Galpin.com. Let's go to the Galpin Motors broadcast booth.
And now your voices of the LA Dodgers.
Rick Monday and Tim Neverett.
Live from Dodger Stadium, it's the final game of a 3-game series. The Dodgers going for the sweep, and for the defending champions, entertaining the Colorado Rockies. Hi, everybody. Rick Monday alongside Tim Neverett and with producer engineer Dwayne McDonald as we get set to go. It's another bundle up and stay warm night at Dodger Stadium. No flags really blowing in any dynamic direction. At the present time, we're all set to go. The Dodgers 13-6. They're trailing in first place by a game and a half along with the San Francisco Giants as action got underway today. Bobby Miller making his start. And here's the starting lineup behind him. Shohei Ohtani, the designated hitter. Mookie Betts will bat second. He's at shortstop. Freddie Freeman is at first. Teoscar Hernandez returns to the starting lineup under the weather for a couple of days. Teoscar is in right field. Michael Conforto is in left. Tommy Edmonds starting at second base. At third, Max Muncy. Andy Pages is in center. And Austin Barnes behind the plate and doing the catching. Tomorrow will be a travel day, and we will rejoin you on Friday from Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. We'll join you at 4 o'clock Pacific. First pitch at 5:05, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto will start for the Dodgers in that one. Dodgers going for the sweep against the Rockies. Happy to have you with us. And with a play from Dodger Stadium, here's Tim.
Thank you, Mo. Rockies in their traveling road grays, purple numbers, and the Dodgers, the traditional home whites. Bobby Miller on the hill. Dodger blue high-cut spikes and a blue leather glove ready to go. Facing Nick Martini, left-handed hitting right fielder. First pitch of the ball game is up high and away, ball one. Tonight's time and temperature brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch 7:10, and the game time temperature 59 degrees. 1-0 pitch to Martini. That is high. 2 balls and no strikes. So Bobby Miller making his 2025 debut. Had 13 starts with the Dodgers last year before being sent back to Oklahoma City. 2-0 pitch and a strike call. Started the year obviously in Oklahoma City this year. There's not any room for him on the roster with the pitching rotation as it sits right now. 2-1 pitch, and that is low, 3-1. So Bobby has had a bout with the walk in AAA. 0-1 with an ERA of 2.25 for the Oklahoma City Comets in 3 appearances and 2 starts. 3-1 pitch from Miller. And he gets a swinging strike there from Martini. Fastball. Martini tried to check his swing, couldn't do it. And the count is full at 3-2. Crowd still filing in here at Dodger Stadium on Korean Heritage Night. Great pregame festivities tonight. Pitch fouled away and to the third base side, just misses the second deck. Tommy Edman's mom threw out the first pitch to Tommy. He did the catching. Now a 3-2 pitch from Bobby Miller to Nick Martini. Swung out, fouled straight back. Well, for Miller, fastball has been pretty much his calling card. He has been able to throw it with high velocity in his time in the major leagues. See what he comes up with tonight velocity-wise. 3-2 pitch is hit in the air to left center field, lined over there. Martini around first, big turn. He'll stop as Andy Pajes went over in the gap and cut it off. So the first batter of the night gets a hit off of Bobby Miller.
Said on the pregame show that for Bobby Miller, the velocity was not an issue last year. He averaged, and he was in the upper 5%. He averaged 97.6 miles an hour. Well, that single was on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Velocity was fine. Location, not so fine.
Martini now has reached base in 7 of 10 plate appearances in this series. Here is Sean Bouchard, right-handed hitting left fielder. He'll take a strike. Bouchard hitting in the 2 spot. Shortly before the game, the shortstop Ezekiel Tovar was a scratch for the Rockies, so Bouchard moved up into the 2 spot. Tovar out tonight. He's got a little something going on with his right hip and has been battling it for a little while, so it was bothering him close to game time, so Bud Black scratched him. So the Rockies are without their starting shortstop tonight. 1 ball and 1 strike to Sean Bouchard. Kyle Farmer now playing short tonight for Colorado. Pitch swung on and fouled back.
And the Rockies also playing shorthanded. Brenton Doyle has not played since Thursday. He's had an injury with his quad. And that's a loss for this team because hitting at .321.
And the first day in, the Rockies placed Chris Bryant on the IL with a back issue. That's been chronic. 1-2 pitch. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And tonight will also be the 3rd Major League debut for a player this week for Colorado. Braxton Fulford will catch, and when he comes out in the bottom of the inning, he'll be making his debut. And a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Bobby got him with a curveball. So Bouchard strikes out, and there's one away for Colorado.
Well, that's a good pitch because it gets a different dimension right in the very first inning for Bobby Miller, who is fortunate that he's even playing. It was the first game of spring training, February 20th. Miller came in relief in the third inning at Camelback Ranch, Glendale, and took a line drive right off the forehead.
Now Ryan McMahon, left-handed hitting third baseman, takes a strike. Interesting, it was one of his former minor league teammates who hit it, Michael Bush of the Cubs. But Bobby got up and he walked off on his own power. Talked to him a couple of days later, said he felt fine. And he was starting to throw again. So he was set back just a little while because he took a ball off the forehead from basically 50 feet away. That would startle anybody. Nothing in 1-2 McMahon. Stretch by Miller. And Bobby kicks and fires up high for a ball. 1 strike.
So for Miller, again, last year, that fastball was hit at a .348 batting average. The slugging percentage was .663 on the heater.
1-1 pitch. Wave and a miss at the curveball.
And that's the second good curveball in his inning.
Ball and 2 strikes to McMahon. McMahon walked twice last night. Walked once the night before. That's the only way he's been on base in this series. Does not have a hit. Miller's 1-2 is swung on and fouled off to the left and way out of play. And McMahon out of Mater Dei High School. Born in Yorba Linda, lived in Santa Ana. And a 1-2 from Miller. Swung on and missed the curveball. So 2 strikeouts in a row. And Miller has found the curveball early here tonight. 2 down for Colorado in the top of the first.
Yeah, you just wondered, Tim, if that was a pitch that he just spent a lot of time on during the rehab that he was making at AAA. Because what we've seen now, that's the third really good one in this inning.
Kyle Farmer, .333 hitter. Now the shortstop tonight. Third position he has played in this series. Right-handed batter takes a strike. A fastball at 97. Farmer, former Dodger. Been around a little bit. Played for a few different teams, including Cincinnati. 2 for 8 in this series. 2 down, runner at first. 0-1. Curveball down and away. 1 strike.
Well, the problem for the Rockies, a lot of different problems. I mean, you're 3-14. Not much has gone right. They're 22nd in team average. They're 30th in runs scored. They're 28th in home runs hit. They're 29th in earned run average. It's not a good beginning.
1-1 delivery, swung on, hit to the gap in right center field. That'll split the outfielders and roll to the wall. Around second is Martini. He's going to get waved around third. He'll come to the plate and score. And the Rockies are on the board and have a lead for the first time this road trip. It's 1-0 Colorado.
Ball hit hard. And when it one-hopped against the wall, picking it up was Pages, but he dropped the ball. So he had to go back down, pick it up again, and by that time, able to come around and score was Martini.
2-seam fastball, outer half of the plate.
Well, the other part, too, is that Andy Pages, little things add up. You don't go after the ball just with the glove. You go after either with the bare hand or both hands. He went just with the glove.
The pitch is inside to Hunter Goodman, the designated hitter. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, the Rockies this year, when scoring first, are 2-3. One nothing Colorado lead here in Game 3. Top of the first. Pitch to Goodman. Ground ball left side. Backhanded in the hole by Mookie Betts. He'll just put it in his pocket, and that'll be a base hit. Third hit of the inning for Colorado. It's too far for Muncy. He gave it a good go, but couldn't get there. Farmer advances second to third, so runners at the corners and 2 out for Michael Toglia. Tolia has really been struggling with the strikeout. Leads Major League Baseball, striking out 29 times already this season.
He's had some awkward swings over each of the first 2 games of this series.
167 hitter, left-handed batter, switch hitter, batting left against the righty Miller. And the first pitch, a curveball outside, ball 1. Well, not the way Bobby wanted to start his night. 3 hits and a run given up already. He'll stretch, glove up against his chest, runners off the corners. 1-0 pitch. Curveball for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Michael Tolia. Outfield playing him straight up. Mookie Betts close to the bag at second, but deep. And Muncy off the bag and off the line at third. Here's the pitch. Way inside with a fastball.
Tim, you're talking about the strikeouts with Tolia. On the road, he's had 37 at-bats and 22 punch-outs.
That's not how you draw it up. Miller's 2-1 offer in the dirt, blocked by Austin Barnes. And it's now 3-1. You go back to last year, you think of the first outing that Miller had against the St. Louis Cardinals, and he was rather sensational against the Cardinals that day. And you thought, okay, he's going to advance from the year he had before, which was very good. And then things kind of went the other way for him. And in a hurry. Big lead at third for Farmer. Pitch, swung out and missed. 3-2. Like last year, Miller finished with an 8.52 ERA in the big leagues. Runner from first will go on the 3-2 pitch, and it's right down the middle, called strike 3. Tolia strikes out for the 30th time. Rockies get a run on 3 hits. They leave 2. No Dodger errors after a half inning at Dodger Stadium. It's the Rockies 1 and the Dodgers coming to bat.
Hey, Dodger fans, in the game of life with its home run.
O'Neill drives one the other way. That's headed out toward right field. He's done it again! The unstoppable opening day machine! Tyler O'Neill has homered for a 6th consecutive year on opening day. This time, he does it in his home country. Look out in Burnaby! Dodgers up 2-0. And the batter is Tommy Edman. That ball is crushed in the air to left field. Did he get under it, or did he get enough? He got enough! And it's Tommy Tanks with the first home run in Tokyo. Yeah, the first home run of the 25 campaign comes from 25. Well, it was a big-time swing for 2 strikes. Tommy Edman looking like a cleanup man up there.
Max Muncy in the air. Max Muncy traveling back towards the wall. See you later. How about your first big league hit as a homer? 6-0 A's, and Max Muncy, we got to get you that ball back.
Atta boy. And Max Muncy, Jenny, he's been hungry for that first one.
Got one person.
Share the good times at Shakey's today.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise and treatment. U.S. News & World Report once again has named CHLA the #1 hospital in California. Learn more today at chla.org. Shohei Ohtani leads off for the Dodgers in the bottom of the first inning, down 1-0 against German Marquez, who deals him ball 1. Ohtani at 280, 5 home runs. And he swings at this pitch and pops it up foul, third base side. That'll go way up in the seats. 1-1 to Ohtani. Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman to lead off against German Marquez. Dodgers looking for the equalizer after the Rockies went up 1-0. It's been a while since they've had a lead in the game. Big cut and a miss by Ohtani, pulled off. He was looking in the right field corner when he was done.
Yeah, I mentioned last night he's been pulling off a lot of pitches in this homestand.
And the Rockies' last lead, April 10th against the Brewers. They would win that game 7-2. Ohtani hammers one deep right field, way up toward the pavilion, and near the roof, it's gone! Shohei Ohtani with a blast. And the show starts early tonight for the Dodgers. Home run number 6, and that is the equalizer. It is 1-1.
Don't you get the feeling sometimes that Shohei Ohtani is setting up a pitcher? I mean, he pulls off of a pitch badly. The count is 1-2, and then he sends one almost out of the pavilion. And Daniel Jewelers, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond, and your family jewelers since 1948. So visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet and $50 off a $99 coupon.
427 feet, the estimated distance, but make no mistake, that was an absolute rocket. Now it's 1-0 to Mookie Betts, and he takes a strike, and it's 1-1.
We might add, he did not pull off of that that swing at all.
Well, safe to say he was right on it. 1-1 is pulled into the Dodger dugout foul. 1-2 the count.
That's a home run. When you get back in the dugout, you have teammates facetiously ask you, "Hey, did you get all of it?" He got every ounce of it.
Man. Pitching the dirt to Betts, 2-2. You know, we are fortunate to be able to watch him hit some of these. That is a majestic one. That's a leadoff home run for him, the 13th leadoff home run of his career. And Mookie swings and misses at a curveball and strikes out.
Oddly enough, that's the first home run that Ramon Marquez has given up this year. This is his 4th start. And left-handers, over the first 3 starts that he's had, have hit just 192 against them.
Just looking at a replay, too, that foul ball that Mookie hit into the dugout, looked like it hit the back of Ohtani. If not, it was a near miss. One out, nobody on. Freddie Freeman hammers one. This one is deep. This one is gone, and the Dodgers have the lead. 2 solo home runs in the bottom of the first. Ohtani and now Freddie Freeman. It's 2-1.
Evidently, the right ankle to Freddie Freeman is feeling much better, thank you. And Daniel's Jewelers, very much a proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond, and also your family jewelers since 1948. So visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet along with $50 off a $99 coupon.
409 feet on that home run. And that was well struck, to say the least. Teoscar Hernandez, club leader in RBIs with 16, has 5 homers. He's up there from the right side and takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Teoscar Hernandez. Bottom of the first, 2-1 Dodgers. And the pitch from Marquez, wave and a miss of the curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, it hit a long way when you have the feeling you want to hand the bat to the catcher. Say, "Here, hold this. I'll be back in a few seconds."
1-2. His tap foul behind him. Still ball and 2 strikes to Teoscar. Well, you know the feeling, right? You've done that a few times yourself. When you know right off the bat it's gone. What does that feel like internally?
There are many baseballs that you hit that there's a slight vibration.
This one's popped up, shallow center. Out goes Amador, the second baseman. He's still drifting, backpedaling, reaches up, makes the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, sometimes there's a slight vibration, or if you get jammed, a violent vibration of the bat in your hand, like you're holding onto a tuning fork. When you hit baseballs like Ohtani's and with Freeman's, it's like grease lightning. It's just absolutely smooth.
Michael Conforto, another left-handed batter. Pressure's on. The other 2 lefties have hit it out already, so Conforto, you're up. 2 home runs for Michael, hitting .208 to start the night. 1-0 pitch. Lets it go. It's outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Marquez thought it was a strike, but Apparently a little low. 2 balls, no strikes in the pitch. And Conforto fouls it off to the left and out of play. Two and one, nobody on, 2 down. Rockies' lead did not last very long. And Conforto bangs one toward the left side. Backhanded stab by the shortstop. Farmer 2 hops it to first. It clanks off the glove of Tolia. And safe at first base is Michael Conforto. So 2 outs and a runner aboard for Tommy Edman. And Tommy's first at bat tonight presented by Edmunds. Get an offer for your car. Find your next one all on Edmunds.com.
Second throw that we've seen Tolia in this series has not really handled it cleanly. Yes, that was a hopper to the backhand side, but just went off the end of the first baseman's mitt.
An infield hit for Conforto. And Tommy Edman takes outside. Now, Tommy tied his career high with 4 hits in the game last night. Over his last 6 games, he's been hitting .364. .274 total so far on the season. He slaps this one foul and out of play. But it is Korean Heritage Night, and the folks with the Korean Heritage Night game jerseys have Tommy Edman's name and number on the back. A lot of those at the ballpark tonight. Here's a 1-1. Throw to first instead, and diving back safely is Conforto. One ball, 1 strike. And Edman, switch hitter batting left, facing German Marquez. Pitch swung on and pounded foul on the ground past first. 1-2. 2-1 Dodgers, bottom of the first. Game 3 of this 3-game set, final game of this homestand. Dodgers trying to get something rolling before they travel tomorrow and roll into Texas for a game of the Rangers on Friday. There was a ball hit near the first base bag, but just foul. 3 against the Rangers, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then 2 against the Cubs, Tuesday, Wednesday at Wrigley, before returning here next Friday against the Pittsburgh Pirates. 1-2 pitch. Inside, and it hit him. It must have got his front foot, and Edman will trot down to first base. Darryl Scott, the pitching coach, will make his first visit to the mound of the night. The mound visit brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. Well, the Rockies got a 1-0 lead, and then the wheels started wobbling early for them. 2 on, 2 out for the Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani with a blast, and then a follow-up home run by Freddie Freeman. 6 home runs for Ohtani this year, and interestingly, 4 of those have come with 2 strikes on him. And did he ever see a good pitch to hit? And that went to the top of the right field pavilion, where the electronic scoreboards are, and then just above those there are some seats that are just under the angled roof of the pavilion. And it went up there near those seats, just under the roof. Here's Max Muncy, 2 on and 2 out. Muncy at 167. And the pitch outside, ball 1. Max still looking for home run number 1. 1-0. German Marquez will deliver his 27th pitch of the inning. And it's a swing and a miss. Muncy out in front of the changeup. Conforto leads at second base. Edman at first. 1-1 pitch to Muncy. And that is low. 2-1. The Rockies right now with the worst record in Major League Baseball at 3-14. Off to the worst start in franchise history after 17 games. Muncy fouls it back. They've lost the last 9 straight road games, but they have had runs in their history. They have had multiple runs of 10 or more straight losses. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Muncy, and he takes inside. And that is ball 3. He had to move his feet and get out of the way. Runners will go on this 3-2 pitch coming up from Marquez. Marquez has lost back-to-back starts. Stretch checks the runners, delivers home. That's low ball 4, and the bases are full of Dodgers. Conforto to third, Edman over to second, and now Muncy at first base. And this will bring up Andy Pages.
44, Andy Pages.
2-1 Dodgers, bottom of the first, and Pages with an opportunity to get some more on the board here. Field back with 2 down. Runners have good-sized leads, and Andy swings, lines it into left. That's a base hit. Conforto will score. Coming around third is Edman. He'll score with a head-first slide. It's a 2-out, 2-run single for Andy Pages, and the Dodgers lead it 4-1.
That ball was absolutely crushed. And a long inning for Marquez. Has been a long inning for the outfielders. Have had to run down some baseballs.
And the number 9 hitter is Austin Barnes. 286. He's 4 for 14 against Germán Marquez. Fouls the first pitch away, and Austin without a hit yet this year. He's 0 for 13.
And for the Rockies, their bullpen gets active in the very first inning.
Stretch by Marquez, and the 0-1. And that is up high. And Helshivili is warming up, a right-hander. As the Dodgers have put enough stress on the Rockies here in the first inning, they've got somebody up already. Ohtani on deck, and Barnes chops it foul straight down for 2 strikes. 1-2 to Austin. Ohtani has homered. Freeman has homered. Conforto with a single. Edman hit by a pitch. Muncy walked, and then Pages a 2-run single. Barnes, the 9th man to come to the plate. 36 pitches at least for Marquez in the first. Barnes lifts this one to left field. That's going to get down and roll to the wall by the corner. Coming around third is Muncy. He'll score. Chugging in behind him is Pages. And into second with a 2-out, 2-run double with his first hit of the season is Austin Barnes. And the Dodgers have extended the lead to 6-1.
And for Barnes on a 1-2 pitch, got the knuckle curveball. And for Austin Barnes, we talked so much in spring training about him going to right center field and getting a lot of base hits. Well, this on a curveball, perfectly timed, hits it off the screen on a bounce in front of the Dodgers bullpen.
A 6-run first, and here's Ohtani for the second time this inning. Drives it to right field. That's going to get down for a hit. Barnes touches third. He will score, and Ohtani drives in a run. It is 7-1. Ohtani is 2 for 2.
Well, have yourself a good start in a ball game, Shohei Ohtani. 2 for 2, 2 RBIs, one of the hits a home run.
And Bud Black's coming to get Germán Marquez. Does not get out of the first inning. He goes just 2/3 of an inning. His ERA balloons to 8.37.
It could go higher.
And it still could go higher. He's still responsible for Ohtani. But Angel Shivili will come in from the bullpen. And we've got our first pitching change. And we're not through the first inning of the ball game yet. The score, the Dodgers 7, the Rockies 1.
Ford employs the most American auto workers in the U.S. They also assemble the most vehicles in the U.S.
Goldschmidt swings at the first pitch and lofts it to left center field and deep. Track, wall, see ya! There's a leadoff hitter, 1-0 Yanks. Bellinger lofts one deep to right center. There it goes, into the bleachers, see ya! Back to back, that one's driven deep to left field. There it goes, see ya! Back to back to back, 3-0 Yankees.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing? My mom's cooking probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
Okay, I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs. And then next day, I got to eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me. And then when my mom is with me, everything's good. I save a lot of money.
Estamos lindo.
Count is 0-2. Tied at 4 in the bottom of the 9th inning.
There's a swing and a line drive into the corner. Fair ball! A walk-off winner on opening day! Look at him come out of the dugout. It's the first walk-off in Marlins history on opening.
Quality, variety, and value.
Angel Chavez on the mound now, taking over. Book still open on the starter, German Marquez, who went just 2/3 of an inning, has allowed 7 runs to the moment. And it's safe to say he's on the hook. So Mookie Betts, second time up. He struck out swinging in the first. 9th appearance for Chavez, 0-1, and an 8.22 ERA. Swinging a foul away. This pitching change brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Chavez from La Victoria in the Dominican Republic. He stretches and deals inside to Betts. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, the Dodgers off to an auspicious beginning this evening. Still batting in the first inning. 1-1 to Betts. That's up high. This could be one of those nights where you might see guys at the top of the order getting, 6 at bats maybe. Two 1 pitch. That's up and in. 3-1. So the 2/3 of an inning for Marquez ties the shortest outing of his career. The veteran right-hander came into the game 3-3 in 9 career starts against the Dodgers. And this one went sideways in a hurry for him. Pitch inside and Mookie walks. 2 on and 2 out. Ohtani goes down to second base. Here comes Freddie Freeman, who homered into the pavilion in right field his first time up this inning. So far in the first inning, it's a solid effort, 1 through 9, wouldn't you say?
They keep building and building.
Runners off first and second, and Freddie looks at a strike. Got a changeup over the outer half.
First inning, the Dodgers are 3 for 3 with runners in scoring position.
Fans with the Freddie chant. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the left. Reigning World Series MVP, Freddie Freeman. No balls, 2 strikes. Ohtani at second. Betts big lead at first, not being held. And the 0-2 to Freeman. Way inside. 1-2. Freddie, after his home runs, hitting .321. And he hasn't had as many at-bats as many of his teammates due to his IL stint already. There's a little chopper toward Farmer, the shortstop. He charges, one hand, throws on to first. And that'll do it for the first inning for the Dodgers, who bat around. Ohtani and Freeman homer, and the bottom of the order all get on and score. We're through 1 full inning at Dodger Stadium. It's the Dodgers 7, Rockies 1.
When you want Dodgers, the only hope.
Driven deep to left field. There it goes. See ya. 3-0 Yankees. High fly ball. Left field. Curio back. Trap. Wall. See ya. A grand slam for Aaron Judge. And the Yankees are pouring it on. High fly ball center field. See ya. 3 home runs for Aaron Judge. They've done it again.
To mourn the loss of an athletics legend and one of the greatest players in Major League Baseball history, Rickey Henderson. Today we honor his memory with his number 24 on our backs, all season long with his number 24 on our sleeves, and forever his legacy in our hearts. Now please join us in a 24-second moment of silence for the late, great Rickey Henderson.
Two-away, Matt Shaw. Shaw looking for that first big league hit. 0 for 6, 3 Ks so far.
Hits off the club.
Ball continues on its official home.
Pitch into Mickey Moniak from Bobby Miller is up ball 1, 1-0. 7-1 Dodgers. We start the second inning. And Bobby steps back, kicks, fire, and delivers a curveball in there for a strike taken. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the second, brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. And a 1-1 pitch. And Moniak swings, hits a high fly ball to right. This will be playable for Teoscar Hernandez. Plenty of room in front of the track. Teoscar very hard to miss with the colorful shoes he's got on. Bright orange, yellow, chartreuse, green.
Did you say hard to miss or impossible to miss?
I guess it's impossible to miss, yeah.
Those are colorful.
Here's Braxton Fulford. He's made his major league debut, and he was behind the plate watching Ohtani and Freeman hit home runs and the rest of the guys march around the bases. Now it's his first major league at bat. Right-handed batter, Braxton Fulford. He's got a 2-strike count on him now. He is out of Texas Tech. 6th round pick by the Rockies in 2021. Out of Lubbock. And 0-2 the count. Steps back in from the right side. 1 out, base is empty. Miller rocks and deals and throws low and away. 1-2. Well, if you're Bobby Miller and you get called up to pitch and you walk out there for your second inning of work and you turn around, you've got a 7-1 lead. You got to be feeling pretty good. You pitch in the dirt, 2-2.
It's also the time that you need to really bear down and say, look, this is not going to get away from me.
You don't have to strike everybody out. Guys can put it in play and get themselves out. A lot of times they do. Pitches up high, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, but the pitch count, you have a comfortable lead. This is where you challenge hitters more, especially at the bottom of the lineup.
3-2 pitch coming from Miller to Fulford. Swinging a foul straight back. 98.
Fulford, St. Tim, started in AAA very, very well this year. 5 home runs, 10 RBIs, and just 44 plate appearances. So Chris Bryant went on the injured list. They called up this 26-year-old.
3-2 swing and a foul straight back to the screen. Yeah, good opportunity for them. And for the young players in their system, it seems like there's going to come a time sooner rather than later when they're going to get a chance to play a lot. Now the 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, a sinker outside corner knee high. Miller strikes a man out. And that's the 4th strikeout from Miller.
98 miles an hour on that heater.
Second baseman, number 1, Ariel Amador.
Ariel Amador is switch hitting second baseman. And his first hit of the season last night, it was a double. And he's up from the left side. He's got his second hit of the season as he didn't wait around. He saw a fastball he could handle and lined it into right for a 2-out single.
He's another one of the young guys. He just turned 22 not that long ago.
Their number one prospect, Amador. He gets a lead at first base, and here's Nick Martini. Martini's 1 for 1. Singled and scored the game's first run. Pitch, and he'll take low and in. Well, Rockies scored first in this game. That lead did not last very long. Shohei Ohtani hit his 13th leadoff home run of his career, 7th as a Dodger, and his 6th home run of the season. Tied it up. Freddie Freeman gave him the lead. 2 batters later. Strike called in the inside corner to the left-handed hitting Martini.
There's another one of the curveballs and thrown nicely by Miller.
Bobby looks over at first base. Now will settle in the stretch position. Glove near his chest. 1-1. And it's thrown in the dirt. But you're right about the pitch count in this situation. You get a big lead early. I mean, concentrate on what your bread and butter is in terms of throwing strikes and throw those strikes.
Yeah, there's a term, challenge hitters, in this spot right now.
2 down, 1 on. 2-ball, 1-strike pitch from Miller. Swung on, fisted foul back in the seats off to our left.
And that was a darn good challenge right there. 98 right in on the fists. Of course, the other mindset is to say, okay, be aggressive and make him swing the bats. The other part of it, too, is you get some pitchers that are trying to avoid contact.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a little foul back of the plate, rolling toward the backstop.
And when you're trying to avoid contact, you get very tentative on the mound. And once you get tentative, you're pitching defensively.
Miller holding the ball in a changeup grip, it looks like. And then he'll change it when he gets it in the glove. 2-2. Certainly not a changeup. That's a high fastball. And the count 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Nick Martini with Amador first.
Tim, this is the second full count that he's had in this inning.
Here comes the payoff. Runner goes, and strike 3 called. He got him with a 4-seamer down the middle. Well, Bobby Miller with 5 strikeouts. And the Rockies down at the top of the second. No runs, a hit.
To mourn the loss of an athletics legend and one of the greatest players in Major League Baseball history, Rickey Henderson. Today we honor his memory with his number 24 on our backs, all season long with his number 24 on our sleeves, and forever his legacy in our hearts. Now please join us in a 24-second moment of silence for the late great Rickey Henderson.
Count is 0-2. Tied at 4 in the bottom of the 9th inning.
There's a swing and a line drive into the corner. Fair ball! A walk-off winner on opening day! Look at him come out of the dugout!
It's the first walk-off in Marlins history on opening day, and it comes courtesy of Kyle Stowers.
How about that? That's it well, right center field, into the gap. Page's back, he can't make the catch. Little one off the wall. Dansby scores. Amaya to...
Back to the boys in blue, the world champion LA Dodgers audio network. Never gets old.
Teoscar Hernandez leads off the Dodgers second inning. 7-1 Dodgers lead. Pitch inside to him from Angel Chevy. 1 ball, no strikes to Teoscar. He's the only, well, no, I shouldn't say. He and Mookie Betts. No, I should say it. He's the only Dodger not to get on base. Betts did in the first inning when he walked his second time up. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1 to Teoscar. Teoscar was on deck when Freddie Freeman made the last out of the first inning. He popped up to the second baseman, Amador. Swings and misses here at a changeup, and it's 1-2. You don't even have to look above the ankles and you know who's at the plate. Those cleats, those special cleats he's got. I don't know the story behind those yet, but we'll have to find those out. But
and on top of that, they're high tops.
I don't know. A lot of material. Now, we've talked about it before. The only thing you used to be able to wear black ones or Dodgers, the Dodgers case, the blue ones. But now you can wear white. You can wear whatever color you want. Swing and a miss, and out on strikes is Teoscar Hernandez. 1 away in the Dodgers' second. Work hard, play hard in a new Tacoma with an I-Force turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. 7 runs on 6 hits for the Dodgers. Rockies have 4 hits, but 1 run to show for it. Michael Conforto singled and scored in the first inning. And he swings and misses here at a fastball. 0-1 to Conforto. Tommy Edman out on deck. A crisp evening here at Dodger Stadium. 58 degrees currently. Overcast through most of the day today in LA. Pitch down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. One out, base is empty. Chevilly's pitch. Swung on, tap foul straight down.
I gotta have more cowbell.
Well, one of our good moments that we had pregame today, Mo, before we went on the air, was we were watching the stadium show on Dodger Vision just before we went on, and there was a season ticket holder being interviewed. Been a season ticket holder for 60 years. He was there for the Kirk Gibson home run, and of course there for the Freddie Freeman home run, but he mentioned one other moment. 1-2 pitch, that's outside. He was asked about a top moment, and he said it was when a guy from the Chicago Cubs named Rick Monday saved the American flag here at Dodger Stadium. 2-2 pitch. And Conforto lifts it in the air towards slight left center field. Back on it is Moniak. He makes the catch.
It was one of those interviews, and we lose sight of the fact that the people that have supported this Dodgers organization for so many, not just years, decades. Mentioned last night was the anniversary of the Dodgers playing their very first game on the West Coast. That was in San Francisco at Seals Stadium against the Giants. 1958, so a very long history, and especially here at this majestic stadium.
Pitch to Edman is in there for a strike. Yeah, speaking of anniversaries, a little later this month, it'll be the anniversary of you and the flag. A 1 pitch. Swing and a foul away.
And the flag has not aged a bit.
It hasn't, huh?
Yeah.
Well, neither of you. Says the flag.
Yeah.
Just a couple of years. Age is just a number anyway, Rick. 0-2 pitch, and that is on the outside edge for a call. 3rd strike. Edman goes down looking. 3 up, 3 down, 2 punch outs. And after 2 full, it's the Dodgers 7, Rockies 1.
AM 570.
LA's best sports talk.
The real home of the Dodgers.
Let's talk about Galpin Honda and Dave Gillum. That's right.
Goldschmidt swings at the first pitch and lofts it to left center field and deep. Track, wall, see ya! There's a leadoff hitter, 1-0 Yank.
7-1 Dodgers, top of the third. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the world champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Sean Bouchard, first pitch of the third inning, lines it inside of first base toward right field. He's got himself a single. Leadoff base hit for Bouchard. And a man aboard for Ryan McMahon.
Number 24, Ryan McMahon.
The fifth hit for the Rockies. And one thing the Rockies, seeing them over the years, and you've seen them too so many times, is they just, no matter who's in those uniforms, they don't stop swinging the bats. It seems like they've always tried to find guys who can really hit. Strike delivered inside. Because they figure at home they've got to beat your brains in because it's hard to pitch in Denver. There's the 0-1 from Miller. And McMahon fouls it back, 0-2.
I mean, over the years, we've been able to track what the Rockies have done in comparative terms at home, with the batting averages, runs scored, and you can look at the ERAs too. Averages in home runs higher at Coors Field, along with the ERAs higher. Much lower, at times look like different teams on the road.
0-2 is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One thing you hear from pitchers there sometimes is that they find they have better breaking stuff away from Denver. Something about the altitude with the breaking ball. Not every pitcher experiences that, but some do.
Well, you got the altitude and you got drier air. And you combine that with some warm temperature during the summer. Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult to get a good bite on the curveball.
2-2. Swing and a miss, and out on strikes on the curveball is McMahon.
The curveball from Bobby Miller has been impressive since the very first inning.
6th strikeout for Bobby already.
6, Kyle Farmer.
Yeah, half the strikeouts have come on the curveball. He's got 2 on the sinker, 1 on the fastball. Here's Farmer. Shortstop takes a strike. Look at the two-seamer. He's had, last year, in his 13 starts, he had a total of 3 strikeouts on the two-seamer last year. He's got 2 in the game tonight. 1 more and he'll match his entire season.
Yeah, but if we look also on the fastball, batting average against last year on the heater, very high, 348.
1-1, and Miller ready to throw. His pitch. Swung on, tap foul past third off the front of the Dodger dugout. Ball and 2 strikes.
And to me, the only thing that really makes sense, and this is the easy way out, but if you're looking at, okay, the fastball a season ago, 348 batting average against. Well, the velocity was there. What about the location? That's the first thing that I would look at.
1-2. Fouled away. I think a lot of it, though, or some of it, maybe not a lot of it, maybe some of it had to do with the fact that he was really low in first pitch strikes, so he was constantly pitching from behind, and then you get that need to throw a strike late in the count in a place maybe you wouldn't normally want to do that if the count were flipped.
Yeah, but especially if you don't trust the breaking ball. Well, tonight it shows that he's trusting it.
Here's his 1-2 offer. Good looking pitch. Went with a fastball just outside knee high. 2-2. Next pitch for Miller will be his 60th. And the key for him here tonight, as far as the organization is concerned, is to come up, do what you can, cover some innings as a starter. Don't want to get too deep in the pitch count. Breaking ball, pounded foul off the front of the third base dugout. The less they can use the bullpen heading into a day off, the better. There's a 2-2 pitch from Bobby Miller to Kyle Farmer. It's fouled off to the right and out of play. The Dodgers, as of right now, find themselves behind the Giants again. Giants in second place. They beat the Phillies in Philadelphia 11-4. Trevino over Nola in that game, but the Giants now 13-5. 2-2. And Farmer hits it in the gap left side, but coming over is Conforto. He won't be able to get to it. Plays it off a hop. And Farmer's got his second hit of the ball game. With one out, the Rockies have runners at first and second.
Number 15, Hunter Goodman.
Hunter Goodman, the designated hitter, had an infield single in the first.
Hey, friends, you can stream every out-of-market game live or on demand. That's right. Plus, you can also stream MLB Network 24/7 the entirety of the season. Blackout and other restrictions do apply. We encourage you to visit MLB.tv.
Goodman takes high ball, 1 ball and no strikes.
We're talking to a gentleman before the ball game today that's looking at picking up the Dodger games on MLB.tv.
Loves to watch. 1-0 pitch. Outside 2-0. Probably getting in a situation in a 7-1 ball game where he's just throwing too many pitches. He's getting into some deep counts against these Rocky hitters. And a 2-0. And that's inside 3-0.
And that was a curveball.
Three balls and no strikes. Runners lead first and second. Miller's pitch rifled in there for a strike at 97. Inner half of the plate. And the Padres won again today to keep some distance between themselves and the Dodgers and Giants. Beat the Cubs 4-2. The Padres now 15-4. And there is ball 4 delivered, and Bobby's loaded the bases. And out comes Mark Pryor from the Dodger dugout. This mound visit brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. And so they're seeing the same stuff we are, obviously, and more down in the dugout. They're trying to get Bobby settled down now. 1 out, and the bases loaded. Down to first base, Farmer over to second, and Bouchard at third base with Michael Toglia coming up. And this game right now is the only one in progress in Major League Baseball. So if you're driving home from another game, you're tuned in, welcome in. Everything else has gone final. Blue Jays beat the Braves 3-1. Pass it over Strider. Strider back with the Braves, but takes a loss. And the Twins over the Mets 4-3. Bases full, 1 out. Toglia, switch hitter batting left. Miller fires, and he gets a curveball in for a strike.
Toglia, not bad speed. Love to get the ground ball, maybe the double play. We have to hit it to the right side of the infield to have a chance ground ball double play.
Well, 1 pitch. Toglia swings, fouls, and off to the left for strike 2.
And the reason I say that is that Tommy Edman playing at second base, he's well over into the hole to the right. Not quite halfway between the second base and the first base bag. And then with Mookie Betts, shortstop, playing pretty much up the middle. He moves another 7-8 feet to his left. He'd be directly up the middle.
0-2 pitch out of the stretch from Miller. Way up high with a fastball. Ball and 2 strikes. And wind not a factor at all. Night has fallen here in Los Angeles. A crisp evening at Dodger Stadium. Dodgers 9-2 at home. Here's the pitch. And Toglia lifts one in the air to center field and deep. Pages going back. He's to the track. It's gone. It's a grand slam for Michael Toglia. And it's a ball game again. It's 7-5.
And it came with 2 strikes, a 1-2 count. The 0-2 pitch was up. It was a non-competitive pitch. This one was too, as far as location.
Number 22, Mickey Moniak.
Hanging breaking ball out over the plate and out over the fence.
Ohtani, the former UCLA Bruin, with a grand slam. Base is clear, 1 out. 2-run ball game now. And Mickey Moniak sees the ball bounce in front of the plate. And Tolia in the Rocky dugout gets to wear the snowboarder's helmet with the goggles. That's kind of their thing. Being from Colorado and all. And now that pitch down low. No, that's actually called a strike at the knees. Looked pretty low. Anyway, 1-1.
Miller is not going to be in there much longer than the bullpen beginning to move around.
Bobby's struggling right now. This one goes to the
was 4
backstop.
feet in front of home plate.
Bounces and not even catchable.
Dave Roberts looking at the lineup, looking at the bullpen, also looking who's coming up for the Rockies, right alongside Mark Meyer, the pitching coach.
2-1. Swung on, well hit to left. This ball's deep. Conforto going back to the track, to the wall. It's gone. Into the first row of the home run seats. An opposite field home run for Mickey Moniak. It is 7-6. And the Dodger bullpen is now moving in light speed.
Number 37, Braxton Fulford.
Things have fallen apart for Bobby Miller here in the third. Had a 7-1 lead. It's now 7-6.
Here we are in the third inning with only 1 out, and Miller's about to make a 76 pitch.
And fires to Braxton Fulford. That's a strike. Nothing in 1 to Fulford. Still 1 out and the base is empty. And the tying run at the plate. And they'll take a curveball for a strike.
I'll tell you a guy that's enjoying this, Herman Marquez. Rockies come up with another run. He's off the hook for a loss.
Anthony Banda is warming up for the Dodgers.
And not at a leisurely pace either.
0-2 to Fulford. Here's the pitch from Miller. A little high for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, you talked about it. 7-1 lead. Get out there, challenge hitters with nobody on base. Well, a single here, a single there, a walk there, and then a really bad 2-strike pitch to Tolia. Results in a grand slam, and Fulford strikes out. Second time he's gone out looking. This was a fastball that did it.
Number 1, Ariel Amador.
And Ariel Amador, the second baseman, coming up with 2 down, and the base is empty. Switch hitter batting left-handed against Miller. 1 for 1. He singled in the second. And a strike call. So for the Rockies, on this road trip, the first 5 games, 3 in San Diego, first 2 here in LA, they scored a total of 5 runs. In tonight's third inning, they've scored 5 runs. 6 for the game.
If anybody just looking at the scores and say, oh, Dodgers and Rockies. 7-6 in the third, I should say. Oh, it's another game at Coors Field. No, it's at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, it's being played like a Coors Field Classic right now. 0-2 pitch, slap foul back into the screen.
Because that's what we say a lot, but we're looking at the scoreboard and we say, oh, must be Denver that they're playing the game and see a score that's like 10-9.
0-2 pitch, bounced.
And that ball's about 2.5, almost 3 feet in front of home plate. Miller's made a couple of good pitches in this ball game, but too many that have really been non-competitive.
Ready for the 1-2 from Bobby Miller is Amador. Swings, it's a ground ball down to first base. That is snared by Freddie Freeman. Underhand toss to Miller covering. And the side is retired. But some damage done for sure. Michael Tolley a grand slam. Mickey Moniak a home run. And a 5 spot on the board for Colorado in the top of the 3rd inning. After 2.5.
2-2. Hit well. Right field. Kyle Tucker. First homer as a Cub. And they have the lead. It is 3-1. No doubter to right for number 30.
It was just a matter of time, and we talk about the irrelevance of spring training statistics and performance, and he really scuffled throughout spring training, but the lights are on, it's time to go, and he's going.
That's it well, right center field, into the gap. Page's back, he can't make the catch. Little one off the wall. Dansby scores. Amaya to second. Cubs lead 1-0 here in the second. Hits just keep on coming for Miguel Amaya. Big knock.
Well, tries to beat him with a fastball upstairs. It's a real nice, powerful swing. Head rate on it. Gets good extension.
Dodgers up 2-0. And the batter is Tommy Edman. That ball is crushed in the air to left field. Did he get under it, or did he get enough? He got enough! And it's Tommy Tanks with the first home run in Tokyo. Yeah, the first home run of the 25 campaign comes from 25. Well, that was a big-time swing for 2 strikes. Tommy Edman looking like a cleanup man up there.
Please welcome 2025 National Baseball Hall of Famer, number 51, Ichiro Suzuki.
The world champion LA Dodgers Audio Network.
Max Muncy leads off the bottom of the 3rd for the Dodgers against Angel Chevy. Takes the ball low, 1-0. And a game that started out like a boat race, well, the Dodgers motor puttered out in the 3rd. It's now a 1-run game. It's 7-6. Dodgers put 7 runs up in the 1st inning. First time they've done that since the 2nd of June, 2021 against the Cardinals when they put 11 runs up in the 1st. There's a ground ball off the bare hand of Chevy. Deflects over to the left side of the mound. By the time he picks it up and throws to first, it's too late. And that's a base hit for Muncy. His 10th hit of the season. And the one thing they tell you not to do as a pitcher, try to field it with your bare hand. That's what Chevy did. He seems to be A-OK. And home plate umpire Mike Estabrook asking him if he's fine and letting him throw a warm-up toss just to be sure.
Sometimes take a ball off the hand, you lose a little bit of the feeling for a little bit of time. By the way, Anthony Bonda's still on the mound in the bullpen. And for Bobby Miller, staked to a 7-1 lead after the 1st inning. 84 pitches in 3 innings of work. And that is not going to get the response of Dave Roberts, I would imagine, to come out in the 4th.
And they're still meeting on the mound. While they do, we'll tell you that at AM/PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free hot dog and any 12-ounce slim Coca-Cola. Redeem your free feast in the AM/PM app. Let's play ball. AM/PM. Too much good stuff. And meeting on the mound breaks up. Chevilly's okay. And he will now face Andy Pages with Austin Barnes on deck. And Shohei Ohtani due to come up after that. Luis Peralta, left-hander, starting to throw for the Rockies. And their bullpen. Now the pitch outside to Pages. And they came up with 2 runs batted in with a single in the 1st. 4 runs batted in on the season for the Dodger outfielder. Stretching the pitch. Swung on and missed to chase the slider.
And left-hander getting loose for the Rockies just in case. You get a couple of guys on, then Ohtani, left-handed hitter, followed by Betts, then Freeman, another lefty.
1-1 pitch from Chevy to the right-handed hitting Pages. Swings and misses at the ball down low.
You know, that's one of the points about a manager. The manager is not just managing for this particular inning. One of the things that really amazed me when I first came up to the Major League level, and Alvin Dark was the manager of then the Kansas City A's. He was thinking 3 or 4 innings in advance, and he would tell guys, hey, look, if we get in this spot, another 2 innings is going to be you.
Throw to first base, backstanding Muncy.
But they know the personnel. They know the opposing team. You've got the lineup cards, who's available coming off the bench for the other team, who's available coming out of the bullpen, how they match up against your team, how you match up against theirs. They still have to play the game.
1-2 pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Pages, the changeup low.
What's intriguing about this game, you could take all the facts and figures and plug it into the computer, and the computer still spits out, play the game.
Yep, you got to play it still. 2-2 to Andy Pages. He swings and misses at a changeup and strikes out. 1 gone for the Dodgers now in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And here's Austin Barnes. His first hit of the year was a 2-run double with 2 outs. And he'd later come around to score on a base hit by Ohtani, who is now out on deck. Barnes looks at Chevalier. Stretch. Muncy, hands on his knees, a lead at first. The pitch. And a little nubber back to the mound. Chevalier will grab it. He'll throw on to first base. Almost threw it away. Tolia saved him. Barnes is out, and Muncy advances to second. 2 outs for Ohtani now. So when Ohtani's up, it's appointment listening. Can't go anywhere. You got to listen, because you never know what he's going to do. Hitting .299, 6 home runs, 2 for 2 tonight with a home run. Here's the pitch, and it is low ball 1. And when he gets a hold of one, there's just making no mistake. That ball's leaving the yard. 1 ball, no strike pitch. He swings and fouls it a long way out of play on the left side. That just makes the second deck. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ohtani. His home run, the leadoff home run in the first inning, 427 feet all the way up in the right field pavilion. Swings, fouls another one off to the left. That'll make the 3rd deck.
When you look at the pavilions, halfway up is the aisle. You know, that goes left to right, both sides. Left field pavilion, right field pavilion. I know how much you have to crush it to get it even close up near that walkway. Well, Ohtani goes up above the walkway.
1-2. Waves and misses at a changeup. He was out in front. Chavez strikes him out. And the Dodgers are done in the 3rd inning. We go to the 4th. It's the Dodgers 7, Rockies 6.
LA's best sports star.
That's a good endorsement there.
AM 570 LA Sports.
Hey, Dad.
Mackenzie Gore to the mound. Fastball down and in for the strikeout. Down and away. So that's 3 straight and number 5. Oh, that's on the inside edge. 10 strikeouts now. 13 strikeouts. A new Nationals opening day record for Mackenzie Gore. He'll depart the mound to a standing ovation on the first base side. 6 one-hit shutout innings for Gore against the Phillies.
Goldschmidt swings at the first pitch. And lofts it to left center field and deep. Track, wall, see ya! There's a leadoff hitter, 1-0 Yanks. Bellinger lofts one deep to right center. There it goes, into the bleachers, see ya! Back to back, that one's driven deep to left field. There it goes, see ya! Back to back to back.
Fourth inning, 7-6 Dodgers leading the Rockies. Anthony Banda comes in out of the Dodger bullpen. Bobby Miller's night is done. This pitching change presented by Navien, HVAC, and water heater products. So Miller, 3 innings, 8 hits, 6 earned runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. His ERA is 18, and he will get a no decision out of this. And Banda, the lefty, facing Nick Martini. 9th appearance for Banda. He's 3-0. One of the leaders in Major League Baseball in wins. And the slider is outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. And the Dodgers got out to a 7-1 lead. And a grand slam by Michael Toglia helped cut it. Moniak hit an opposite field home run to make it 7-6. Pitch fouled away by Martini, and it's 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike. The pitch, and a swing and a miss. Fastball high and in. 2-2. So it'll be up to the Dodger bullpen to go the rest of the way and to try to lock down a win here, but it got a little tougher in the third. Breaking ball outside. Count is full, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swung on, fouled away. So with Bobby Miller being activated tonight, Landon Knack was optioned to AAA. And we'll wait and see what the Dodgers do before Friday's game in Texas. 3-2 pitch, swung on, fouled back, and that is going to be just below our Spanish booth off to the left side. Jose Mota has a glove, and when a ball comes up there, he puts the glove on. He's caught a couple of foul balls in different stadiums before. 3-2, fouled off the end of the bat.
By the way, while we have a moment very quickly, Manny Mota, who was hospitalized a couple of nights ago. I talked with Manny today. He's doing terrific. Thanks everyone for keeping him in your thoughts.
3-2, ground ball to short. Mookie up with it, slings it on to first for the out.
He sounded strong. He'll get out of the hospital either tomorrow or on Friday. Everything is A-OK. He sounded wonderful. And a big relief. Papa, as we refer to him.
Jose told me he passed all the tests today. Everything. Speech, you name it. He said he's raring to go. Won't be long before he's back here at the ballpark, that's for sure. Well, 1 out, Sean Bouchard, right-handed batter, cut and a miss. Foul tip, actually, into the glove of Barnes. Yeah, we gave you an update a couple of times during last night's broadcast on Manny Mota, and just today again, Mo had the chance to talk to him earlier. But really good to hear that he sounded great on the phone.
He absolutely did. Which I might add, so did his family talking to them.
1-1 pitch. Swung on, well hit. But it's going to hang up. Left field. Reaching up and making the catch in the left center field gap is Conforto. And there are 2 down.
So Manny got some phone calls today from some of his former teammates. Steve Yeager talked to him also today.
How is your roomie doing, by the way?
He's doing well. In fact, he had a good line. He says, "This is the shortest conversation I've ever had with Manny." That's because one of the doctors was coming in at the time.
Want to know to Ryan McMahon. McMahon is punched out swinging twice tonight. And he'll look at a strike here from Banda. 1 ball, 1 strike. Banda stretching, the left-handed kicks, fires home on one, its way outside. A slider missed badly. 2 balls and a strike. The one thing that Manny Mota wanted in spring training was a picture, a certain picture. Here's a 2-1. And did he go? Yes, he did, 2-2. Because Manny was number 11, and Miguel Rojas had been number 11, Roki Sasaki wanted number 11. He got it. And Manny wanted a picture with Sasaki. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Give you more on that in a bit. But a 1-2-3 inning for Anthony Banda, and he strikes out McMahon with a slider. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Dodgers 7, Rockies 6.
When you want Dodgers, the old.
And Cameron Meisner gets into this one, a long drive deep to right. That baby's gone! Home run, and the Rays win it 3-2. Cameron Meisner jumped on the first pitch, his first career home run. Meisner has ended this one in dramatic fashion. First pitch, bottom of the 9th, a walk-off home run. The pride of Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Cameron Meisner.
And you're just too stylish to have superstitions.
Zero. I can't do it. Too many collar cleats, too many gloves, too many webbing gloves, too many bats.
I do put on my right glove first, then the left, then the thumb guard, then I put on my leg guard, my elbow guard.
Same thing you put on first?
Nah, not really. Nah. I like to say I'm not superstitious, but a little stitious.
Away, Matt Shaw. Shaw looking for that first big league hit. 0 for 6, 3 Ks so far.
Hits off the claw of the dryer, and Matt Shaw, that's his first.
They pitch around for the Rockies. It is left-hander Luis Peralta. The pitching change brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. 7-6, Dodgers lead it. Luis Peralta's 8th appearance. He's 1-1 for the Rockies. Stealing to Mookie Betts, a strike. Started him with a fastball. No balls and 1 strike to Mookie. Mookie 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. And Peralta deals, and Mookie slams it down the right field line, and it twists foul. Bouncing off the warning track up over the short wall. It might have hit the top of the short wall. They're chasing after it down there in the corner. Long strike, 0-2.
Dodgers has some of the fastest security guards in the folding chairs down both lines. Picked up the chair, folded up, and sprinted away.
0-2 is pulled down the third base side. That one is caught by the Dodgers ball attendant down there, Sean. Sean did a nice play.
So we've seen the speed of security down the right field line, and that foul ball down the left field line.
Well, the security was getting out of the way, but Sean was going to make a play. He was determined.
Well, Sean has a glove and knows how to use it.
He does. It's easier to catch a ball with a glove than with a folding chair. 1-2. Mookie watches it in the dirt. 2-2. So anyway, we were talking about Manny Mota at spring training, and he wanted a picture with the other number 11, because Manny's number 11. A lot of Dodger fans think of 11. They think of Manny. Check swing foul ball by Betts. And so not only did he get a picture with Roki Sasaki, but Miguel Rojas was in it as well. And when I talked to Miguel about giving up the number 11 to Roki, he said, well, it's not my number anyway. It's Manny Mota's. This ball hit into the gap in shallow right center field. Coming over to play it, Martini. He reaches up, makes the catch. And there's 1 down for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 4th. I thought that was a nice thing for Miguel Rojas to say, understanding the history of the ball club. And, of course, he'd been with the club before anyway. He knew Manny, knew who he was, and what he meant to the organization. What he means still to the organization. Pitch to Freddie Freeman. It's a foul over by the Dodger dugout.
I'm glad they brought that up because it was 1929 on opening day. There was the Indians, Cleveland Indians, the first team to wear numbers on their jerseys permanently.
Well, they stroke down the left field side. That's fair and inside the line. It's rolling to the corner around first and into second with a stand-up double is Freddie Freeman. Third double of the season for Freddie. Now, whose idea was the number thing? I mean, somebody with the Indians.
Well, they were the first team to wear the numbers on their jerseys permanently. And they asked Detroit at League Park.
Teoscar Hernandez set a breaking ball for a strike.
Yeah, well, they used to put the numbers according to the batting order.
That's why Babe Ruth had number 3. He hit third. And a swing at a fastball outside. Didn't look like a very good swing by Teoscar.
That's why looking at the history of this great game is really interesting.
0-2. That's inside.
And for someone like Miguel Rojas that understood the history of the Dodgers in number 11 and the respect for Manny. Because the guys that come up, I mean, those of us have been privileged enough to play this game. We've just been borrowing numbers anyway.
Pitch up high, 2-2. Well, yeah, because you weren't batting 16th in the order. That would be a problem, right? If they still went by that rule.
There were times that Tommy had me batting 16th.
2-2 pitch. Let's follow that. You know, there's some truth to that.
If you didn't know you were in a slump, Tommy might just remind you of it. Some way, somehow.
1-on, 2-2. Swung on and hit in the air, deep left center. Heading back near the wall. Moniak on the track will make the catch. Freeman tags from second, and he heads to third with a pop-up slide. 2 men out, runner at third for Michael Conforto.
Moni had to cover a lot of ground. Well, friends, you can celebrate the culture and traditions of Japan right here at Dodger Stadium. When? April 28th. Japan Heritage Night versus the Marlins. So purchase a special ticket package and receive an exclusive Japanese night jersey presented by Daiso. So come on, join us. Check it out. Dodgers.com/promotions.
2 outs, runner at third. 7-6 Dodgers lead. Conforto hoping to pick up Freddie. Swings, fouls it over toward the Rocky dugout. Nothing 1 to Conforto, who reached on a base hit in the first, scored a run, flying to center field last time up. 1 for 2. And he'll look at one outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Eight hits apiece. And just a 1-run ball game here in the fourth. Pitch a little high to Conforto. 2 balls, 1 strike. And appeal down to Laz Diaz at third. Said he didn't go. 2-1. 2 ball, 1 strike pitch. And Conforto wraps it down to first. On 1 hop, it's played by Tolia chest high. He runs to first, steps on the bag, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit, a man left. At the end of 4 full, it's the Dodgers 7, Rockies 6.
This is AM 5.
Goldschmidt swings at the first pitch and lofts it to left center field and deep. Track, wall, see ya! There's a leadoff hitter, 1-0 Yanks. Bellinger lofts one deep to right center. There it goes into the bleachers. See ya! Back to back. That one's driven deep to left field. There it goes. See ya! Back to back. Yankees.
O'Neill drives one the other way. That's headed out toward right field. He's done it again! The unstoppable opening day machine! Tyler O'Neill has homered for a 6th consecutive year on opening day. This time, he does it in his home country. Look out in Burnaby Bay.
That one's driven deep to left field. There it goes! See ya! 3-0 Yankees. High fly ball, left field. Curio back, trap, wall. See ya! A grand slam for Aaron Judge. And the Yankees are pouring it on. High fly ball, center field. See ya! 3 home runs for Aaron Judge. They've done it again.
You know what happened in 2014.
A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants.
Look at how clean that is.
.com.
Uh-oh, the game in trouble. Started out smart, can't be double.
New pitcher for the Dodgers as we start the 5th. It is Ben Kasparias. Takes over for Anthony Banda. Banda went an inning, struck out 1. Finds himself in a good spot, too, in terms of leaving the ball game with a lead. If the Dodgers keep it, there's a good chance he'll be the major league leader in wins again. He is in line for his 4th win. And Ben Kasparias, right-hander out of Westport, Connecticut, making his 8th appearance this season. No decisions. A 5.06 ERA. A lot of that because of the last outing against the Cubs that he had. Didn't go too well. Every other outing's been pretty good. He deals to Kyle Farmer, and that is a strike with a fastball right down the middle, knee high. Kasparias steps back, slides his foot along the rubber, now delivers, and this ball is swung on, popped up. Back of the plate, Barnes sheds the mask. He is shuffling over to his glove side left, makes the catch. And Farmer is out 1 away in the Rockies' half of the 5th inning.
That's so important when you look at innings. Get the first out.
Hunter Goodman, been on base twice, infield single in the 1st, walked and scored in the 3rd inning. Infield back, 1 out, nobody on. Kasparias sends a pitch low. 1 ball and no strikes to Hunter Goodman. Kicking the pitch, that's inside, and that's 2-0. The Rockies have lost 10 of 11 road games this season. And prior to tonight, it only scored 16 runs, and the team batting average in those prior 11 road games, 177. Goodman hits a high fly ball to right field, drifting underneath it and positioning himself well as Teoscar Hernandez to make the catch. 2 down.
Well, you were really good at going out on a limb.
Again?
I will too. When you played 11 games and you scored 16 runs, you're hitting $177. You're not going to win a lot.
No, you're not. You're not. It is very disappointing to the baseball fans in the Mile High City, in the Rocky Mountain region, what's going on right now. They've had 2 straight 100-loss seasons, set a record for losses last year, and they're off to the worst start in franchise history this year after 17 games at 3-14. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss by Tolia. And Tolia is in the hole, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second time he struck out tonight, 31st time of the year. Ben Kasparias, a very strong inning as he retires the side in order and earns himself a strikeout on the fastball. Halfway through the 5th at Dodger Stadium. Dodgers 7, Rockies 6.
Right center field. It is off the wall. To second goes Ohtani. To home goes Ohtani. It was a home run. And the question is, without the fans, would have it been a home run?
After review, they're calling the field stands. Home run.
Yeah, like I said, an absolute tank.
Not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Tommy Edman leads off the Dodger half of the fifth inning. 7-6 Dodgers lead. Left-hander Peralta sends a strike his way. He's turned around about right-handed against the lefty, Luis Peralta. Third pitcher used by Bud Black tonight. And now Edman, who didn't agree with the first call, wants a timeout. Mike Estabrook grants it, and now Tommy's ready. Taps home plate, draws the bat back, and waits. Peralta out of the stretch delivers the 0-1, and it's a cut and a miss for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and out on strikes is Edman, 1 away. The Dodgers getting some better news on some pitchers who are heading back this way. Tony Gonsolin getting a little closer. Evan Phillips ready to pitch in back-to-back games out of the bullpen, and he is getting very close to rejoining the Dodger bullpen. Michael Kopech was here today and threw, and he's getting a little bit closer. He's been throwing in the bullpen. Blake Snell says he feels great. And another left-hander pitch today, too. 1-0 pitch. And Muncy hits it on the ground. Foul on the first base side. Clayton Kershaw pitched in the game today in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, the early game.
He did. They had an 11 o'clock game today. Often in the minor leagues, you may have a weekday game at 11 a.m. And Muncy swings foul, tips it into the glove of the Rocky catcher, Fulford. And they do it for what they call education day or school days. And they get kids out of school on a field trip, and they put on a program for them in the morning. We've seen it a few times around big league ballparks. They bring the local popular meteorologist out to talk about weather or science or whatever. And so that's what they do, and the games always start early. 2-2. Muncy hammers one down the right side. It is hooking. It is foul. Looked like it was right at the foul screen, but then hooked to the right. And Max just missed his first home run of the year. Anyway, Kershaw had the pitch in the day game today, the morning game, which was 11 o'clock Central Time and 9 a.m. here on the West Coast. 2-2, and Muncy hits it on the ground, just foul. A diving attempt by Tolia. That's out of his reach. And Kirsch went 3 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs, struck out 2. Through 30 pitches, 22 of them were strikes. He said after the game he felt great. So he'll have a regular routine now, and he'll pitch again at AAA in his next start. So his rehab stint continues. 2-2, locks up Muncy inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Max. Payoff pitch to Muncy from Peralta. He swings and belts it into right field. That's a base hit. Well, Max Muncy is 2 for 2 with a walk tonight. He's been on base 3 times. 1-out single for Muncy.
We're beginning to see better and better swings from Max Muncy.
Andy Pages walking to the plate now. Pages looks out at Peralta, 1 down. Muncy hands on his knees, short lead at first, and Andy takes a strike. Pages 1 for 2, 2-run single in the first inning, and then scored a run himself. He struck out swinging on a changeup in the third. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another piece of news today for the Dodgers involves the third base coach, Dino Ebel. Dino has accepted the invitation to go back and be the third base coach for Team USA in the upcoming World Baseball Classic. He'll work under manager Mark DeRosa again. 0-2 is high and outside. It's quite an honor for Dino to do it twice in a row now.
Good choice by DeRosa, too.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. And Andy slams it foul over the Rocky dugout into the protected netting. Rockies have a right-hander warming up in the bullpen now, Victor Vodnik. 1-2. Pitch on the way. It's in the dirt. And it skips away. A wild pitch allows Muncy to get down to second base. Speaking of international baseball, in the manager's scrum today with the press, Dave Roberts was asked a question about the news that Dodger Stadium will be the Olympic venue for baseball in 28. There's a hot shot into left field. That's a base hit. Muncy's going to round third. He'll come to the plate and score. It's another run batted in for Andy Pages. It is 8-6.
We've been talking the last number of days about the Dodger lineup. At numbers 5 through 9, well, their averages have been anemic. Well, not the last couple of games. And those bats are beginning to warm up.
Bud Black can feel it. The Rocky manager's already made the call to the bullpen. He's coming out to get the lefty Peralta. The Dodgers have added on here with their 10th hit. So it's their third straight game with 10 hits after not having 10 in the game all season. They had 10 on Monday night, 10 last night, 10 and counting here tonight at Dodger Stadium. Pitching change.
Stroke deep to left center field. That's way back there. Head of the wall. It is gone. Christian Campbell with his first major league home run. Absolutely destroys that one into the bullpen to tie the game 2-2.
1-0 gets one right down the middle. But this one here, he tries to get the ball in the air and he drives it. This kid is strong. Kev, we talked about the hips and keeping the hands back. He creates some torque. That thing got out quick.
To mourn the loss of an athletics legend and one of the greatest players in Major League Baseball history, Rickey Henderson. Today we honor his memory with his number 24 on
Biggies with an ice-cold pitcher of beer, piping hot pizza, and a mountain of mojos. Share the good times at Shakey's today.
Right-hander Victor Vodnik makes his 9th appearance of the season. He's 0-1, 5.14 his ERA. Opponents hitting .269 against him. It's his 2nd appearance of the series. He appeared here on Monday night. He was the last pitcher the Rockies used. 8-6 Dodgers. Pitch to Austin Barnes is up there for ball 1, 1-0.
Pitch at 95. First pitch he threw. Opening game of the series coming in relief 98.
1-0 pitch, and Barnes looks at a slider down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Barnes 1 for 2, 2-run double, and a run scored in the first. Ohtani on deck. 2 ball, no strike pitch from Vodnik. And a cut and a miss by Barnes at a fastball. 2-1. One out. Pages at first. Time is called. Vodnik didn't see it at first. And Vodnik getting ready to pitch before Barnes was alert to the pitcher. So the warning issued by Mike Estabrook. 8 runs on 10 hits for the Dodgers. 6 runs on 8 hits for the Rockies. Pitch is outside. And the count goes to 3-1 on Austin Barnes. Talking about the question that Dave Roberts got, mentioned it before the break, right before Andy Pages got his hit. He was asked about Dodger Stadium being the Olympic baseball venue. 3-1, that's a strike, 3-2. The follow-up question by the person that asked the question was, do you think that might be the time where Major League Baseball, which is a natural question, right? Thinking process, that they would allow Major League players to participate. Scheduling-wise, it would be really difficult, but, Dave said it would be wonderful if that would be the case, if they could work it out. 3-2, outside corner, called strike 3. That was a fastball right on the back of the plate. And here comes Ohtani. Talk about international baseball. This guy is the best player in the world. And that's not hyperbole. 2 for 3 tonight with a home run. 2 runs batted in. First pitch to him. He pulls off it, swings and misses at a changeup. 2 outs. Pages at first. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch from Vodnik. Ohtani backs up. That one was inside, a little chin music. Fans letting Vodnik hear about it, a little too close to their favorite guy. One of their favorite guys. 1-1. And Ohtani lifts one high in the air down the left field side that is twisting foul and out of play. 2 strikes on Ohtani. I know it'd be really hard to do, almost impossible to do for the Olympics, but it would be kind of cool to think about it. See the best players in the world at the Olympics playing baseball. We get the chance to see something like that with the WBC, but the Olympics are a little different. 1-2, pitch chase, the changeup. So Ohtani strikes out for the second time. Vodnik comes in, strikes out 3, around 2 hits and a run. And we go to the...
O'Neill drives one the other way. That's headed out toward right field. He's done it again! The unstoppable opening day machine! Tyler O'Neill has homered for a 6th consecutive year on opening day. This time, he does it in his home country. Look out in Burnaby!
Carson Kelly's had himself quite a night.
Walk, homer, 2 RBI single, and now this 2-base hit.
Carson Kelly, this is his last chance, you would think, at getting a cycle.
Center field, going back Bleday. It's off the wall. Racing towards second. Go! Here we go! And he's in! Oh my! We got a cycle!
First cycle since Mark Grace.
To mourn the loss of an athletics legend and one of the greatest players in Major League Baseball history, Rickey Henderson. Today we honor his memory with his number 24 on our backs, all season long with his number 24 on our sleeves, and forever his legacy in our hearts. Now please join us in a 24-second moment of silence for the late, great Rickey Henderson.
San Manuel is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Find out more at Yamava.com.
Bottom part of the order up for the Rockies to start the sixth inning. Dodgers with an 8-6 lead. Kasparis facing Mickey Moniak, center fielder. Swings the first pitch, rolls it towards second. Edman gets behind it, flips on to first. One pitch and one out in the Rockies sixth. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers audio network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Catcher Braxton Fulford is 0 for 2. Struck out looking twice. Takes on the inside edge for a strike. 0-1. Kasparis last time out against the Cubs gave up 6 earned runs. There's a swing and a miss. Had a 1-2-3 inning on 8 pitches and then gets the 4th out in his night on 1 pitch, and now he's ahead 0-2 to Fulford. Well, Kasparis not fooling around out there tonight. And that outing against the Cubs, really an outlier from what he's been showing the Dodgers recently. And a 3-pitch strikeout, swing and a miss at a slider. And Fulford is out. He's punched out 3 times. And now Adiel Amador, the switch-hitting second baseman, will come up with 2 down.
Well, friends, you can champion special women in our lives on the 29th of April. It's against the Marlins. It's Women's Night at Dodger Stadium. So purchase a special ticket package. Receive an exclusive Women's Night crew neck sweater. Come on out, Dodgers.com/promotions.
1 ball, no strikes to Amador. These quick outs are good for not only Kasparis but the Dodgers. It'll keep Ben in the game longer. Help out the bullpen a little bit with the early exit of Bobby Miller tonight. 2 balls, no strikes to Amador. Kasparis kicks the 2-0 pitch. Is fouled back by Amador. 2 balls, 1 strike. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Singled in the second inning and then bounced out to Freddie Freeman at first in the third. 2-1. And the pitch swung on and missed. He chased a high fastball. That one was up and out of the zone. Amador, one of 3 Rockies to make their major league debuts this week. Now that's how young they are. And we're talking about position players, not pitchers. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and floated foul, third base side, up in the seats.
They're just 22.
Well, when you're in April and you have 3 guys making their debuts in the same week, you've got some issues. 2-2, and that's inside. 3-2.
Yeah, you're gonna a man just 22 is not a whole lot of experience at any level.
Getting some here. Payoff pitch. Fouled straight down. 3 balls, 2 strikes still on Amador. Three and 2 as Kasparis has the pitch he wants to throw. Steps back, fires, and Amador lifts one down the left field line. Chasing it is Michael Conforto, and just where the grass and the track meet, right near the chalk line, he makes the catch. And Kasparis, his second 1-2-3 inning. Head to the bottom of the 6th. That's the Dodgers.
You've been vying for team captain, Cancer, but your soft-spoken nature can have everyone straining to hear you when you give directions. You're used to practicing your swing, but now it's time to practice making your voice heard. Your gentle but firm instruction will be the missing ingredient to leading your team to victory.
Gana tú también con Betcris.
That one's driven deep to left field. There it goes. See ya. 3-0 Yankees. High fly ball, left field. Torrio back. Trap. Wall. See ya. A grand slam for Aaron Judge. And the Yankees are pouring it on. High fly ball, center field. See ya. 3 home runs for Aaron Judge. They've done it again.
Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Mookie Betts leads off the Dodgers 6, takes outside ball 1, 1-0. 8-6 Dodgers lead it. Betts 270 average, 0 for 2 tonight. He's 0 for his last 8 actually, so due to break out. And he'll take a strike here. 1 ball, 1 strike. You don't normally see Mookie get into too many 0 for 8s, 0 for 9s, 0 for 10s, that kind of thing. He's usually fairly consistent. 1-1. Check swing. They appeal down to Brian O'Nora, the umpire at first. He said he didn't go. 2 balls and a strike. Get you caught up this inning on what else has happened around baseball on this Wednesday. 2-1. That's inside. And it's 3-1 to Mookie Betts. Freddie Freeman on deck, Teoscar Hernandez to follow. Victor Vodnik still on his second inning of work. He stretches, fires home, and that's good for a strike, a fastball at 98. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Vodnik stretch again. Set at the belt, kicks and delivers, and Mookie fouls it down the third base side. It's Chevy Truck Month. There's no better time to do what you do best in a Chevy Silverado. Shop now at SoCalChevy.com. So the 3-2 on the way to Betts. And he'll take inside ball 4. Second time he's drawn a walk. Dodgers lead off the 6th with a base runner. And here comes Freddie Freeman. Well, earlier today, the Padres beat the Cubs 4-2 to go to 15-4. They lead the division right now. The Dodgers trailing them at this point in time, trailing the Giants by half a game too. Giants beat the Phillies in Philadelphia 11-4. There's the pitch to Freeman. That is low. Freddie homered in his first at bat, doubled in his third at bat. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Diamondbacks beat the Marlins 6-2 in Miami. Diamondbacks now 11-7. And a 1-0 pitch. Freeman takes a big cut and misses. 1-1. You know, normally at this time of the year, 11-7 wouldn't be too bad. But the Diamondbacks are looking up in the standings and saying, well, Dodgers, Giants, Padres, all in front of them. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Wave and a miss at a changeup.
Yeah, tell the Rockies about looking up. Started 10.5 out.
Well, they need a telescope. I mean, with the loss tonight, I mean, right now they're 11 out with the Padres winning. And if they lose, they'd be 11.5 out after the first 18 games. 2-2. Elsewhere, the Rangers beat the Angels 3-1. Angels now a game over 500 at 9-8. Rangers 11-7. Pitch is high to Freeman, 3-2. Left-hander Scott Alexander, the former Dodger, warming up for Colorado. Athletics win again. They beat the White Sox 3-1. And the A's go to 8-10. And the pitch low ball 4. So Vodnik's walked the first 2. And the Dodgers have set up shop first and second, and nobody out in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Perfect time to add on.
Teoscar Hernandez looking to get something done. He missed the last 2 games with a stomach bug. Is 0 for 3 tonight. And his last time up in the 4th inning looked to get his timing a little better. He flied out very deep to center.
He wants to get on base and show off his shoes.
Let's see if those shoes are fast or not. Darryl Scott, the pitching coach, comes out for a word. The Rockies meet on the mound. With the Freeman walk, that's the 15th base runner for the Dodgers in the first 5+ innings of the game. Plenty of traffic. And the Dodgers went down 1-0 in the top of the first, bottom of the first. They batted around, put 7 up, and had a 7-1 lead until the 3rd inning. Bobby Miller loaded the bases, then served up a grand slam to Michael Toglia and a follow-up home run to Mickey Moniak as the Rockies went back-to-back to cut the lead to 7-6. Dodgers added a single run in the 5th and an RBI base hit by Andy Pages. That's where we stand right now at 8-6. Betts leads at second. Freeman at first. Vodnik's pitch. And Teoscar waving a miss at the slider. 0-1 to Teoscar Hernandez. Vodnik ready to go. Checks second. Now comes to the plate. And a swing and a foul straight back on the ground. Rolling slowly to the backstop. 0-2 to Teoscar.
Back-to-back sliders.
Think he triples up here? Or maybe the changeup. The changeup's been good. 0-2. And it was the slider. He did triple up. And a swing and a miss by Hernandez. He strikes out for the second time. And Teoscar is 0 for 4.
And a slider well off the plate, too.
And Bud Black coming to get Vodnik. He'll bring in the lefty Alexander to face Conforto. So you got Conforto, the switch hitter Edman, and the lefty Muncy coming up. So time for a pitching change, timeout. 1 out, 2 on. We're in the bottom half of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 8.
Here's Betts shooting a fly ball to left center field. Green to the track, to the wall. Gone! Got just enough! And here in the 8th, the Dodgers have just enough. Goes to a left field and turns out the lights. He rings the bell with a 3-run walk-off home run. Gold that blew heaven on earth.
O'Neill drives one the other way. That's headed out toward right field. He's done it again! The unstoppable opening day machine! Tyler O'Neill has homered for a 6th consecutive year on opening day. This time, he does it in his home country. Look out in Burnaby!
Other terms and conditions may apply at participating locations only.
Lefty Scott Alexander comes out of the pen for the second night in a row for the Rockies. 7th appearance on the season, 1-1. ERA 8.44. And the Rockies pitchers have had a lot of ERAs up around that area already this season. Opponents hitting .333 against him, and in last night's game, won an inning, hit a man, and struck out a man, but did not give up a hit or a run. Victor Vodnik won an inning, no hits, still responsible for the 2 men on base. Walked 2, struck out 3. And Michael Conforto, the lefty, will face Scott Alexander. Loves to throw the sinker and the slider.
He's going to good job tonight. They're 4 for 9 runners in scoring position so far.
Dodgers a 2-run lead, 2 men on, and the pitch, a 1 strike. 8-6 Dodgers. Betts at second, Freeman at first. 0-1 to Vodnik. 1-2 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 to Conforto looking to come up with a hit here. He did in the first inning, singled and scored. He's 1 for 3 in the ballgame. 0-1 pitch to Conforto. There goes Betts for third. Pitches up high, no throw for Fulford. It'll be a stolen base for Betts. Just his second of the season.
Freeman was watching Betts. Mookie had bluffed a couple of times in that sequence. And Freeman was about ready to go on one of them, then Freddie went back to the bag.
Freeman at first and Mookie at third. 1 out. Conforto, I'd love to get the ball up in the air here somewhere. He grounded into 2 double plays the other night. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch from Alexander. And it is slammed foul into the second deck, deep up there in Willoge.
I was thinking about the first spring training game that we did where we saw 19 pitchers used in the game. Well, we're not close to that, but this is number 8. And we're in the 6th inning.
We're getting closer, though.
Of course, in that first game, not only 19 pitchers, there were a total of 55 players used.
Wait till next spring. Be a longer spring. 1-2 way outside. First World Baseball Classic. So there will be more games next year. No travel to Korea, no travel to Japan. So it'll be a longer.
And you probably will see a few more inexperienced younger players playing earlier on in spring.
2-2. And off the end of the bat foul. Well, we saw that a couple of years ago. I'd say, 3 springs ago. And we were lucky because the World Baseball Classic, at least part of it, was being held right there at Phoenix. Got to go over there a couple of times and see some of the games. But during our portion of spring training, there were a lot of players being used, getting an opportunity. 2-2. And a ground ball hit to short. Farmer flips to Amador, 1 on to first, double play. And the Dodgers come up empty in the bottom half of the 6th inning. On to the 7th, it's the Dodgers 8, Rockies 6.
Good endorsement there.
AM 570 LA Sports.
Goldschmidt swings at the first pitch and lofts it to left center field and deep. Track, wall, see ya! There's a leadoff hitter, 1-0 Yanks. Bellinger lofts one deep to right center. There it goes into the bleachers. See ya! Back to back. That one's driven deep to left field. There it goes. See ya! Back to back to back. 3-0 Yankees.
1-1. That's it well, right center field, into the gap. Page's back, he can't make the catch. Little one off the wall. Dansby scores. Amaya to second. Cubs lead 1-0 here in the second. Hits just keep on coming for Miguel Amaya. Big knock.
Well, tries to beat him with a fastball upstairs. It's a real nice, powerful swing. Head rate on it, gets good extension.
It up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge.
We return to the Galpin Motors broadcast booth.
You're in the booth with us. Glad you're with us, no matter where you happen to be listening to us from. 8-6, Dodgers leading, and Ben Kasparius dealing to the leadoff man, Nick Martini. Left-handed hitting right fielder, starts him off with a breaking ball for a strike. Here's the wind, the kick, the pitch. That's up high. Well, he's giving the Dodgers what they need tonight. That's Kasparius. A little bit of length out of the bullpen. And here's a 1-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the left.
Boy, it's so important to have guys in the bullpen that can kind of carry over from the middle of the game and then take it into the later stages, and you got fresh arms that are still down there.
And now the 1-2 offer to Martini. It's up high, 2-2. Anybody you can keep fresh heading into the day off tomorrow, it's just a bonus. 2-2. Ooh, good looking curve. Came in a little high. Count is full, 3-2. And the Dodgers will have tomorrow off and then pick it back up in Arlington, Texas on Friday. 3-2. Swung on and a ground ball past a reaching Freddie Freeman. He tried to stab it with a backhand, got by his glove and into right field for a base hit for Martini. He leads off the 7th with a single.
Fielder number 12, Sean Bouchard.
Shakey's Pizza Parlor is the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. Sean Bouchard 1 for 3 with a run scored. Got a base hit in the 3rd inning. Nobody out, 1 man aboard. Dodgers playing for 2. Swing and a miss. Strike. Nothing in 1. Good slider from Kasparius. Yankees winners again on this Wednesday. They beat the Royals 4-3. Yankees 11-7. They will be here at Dodger Stadium end of May. Strike called on the inside edge. It's 0-2. Mariners a winner today in Cincinnati, 5-3. Both teams 9-9. And the Red Sox shut out the Rays 1-0 in Tampa. Bouchard fouls it off. 2 days ago, I think they were beaten by the Rays 16-1. Difference a couple of days makes. Orioles beat the Guardians 9-1 in Baltimore, and the Pirates over the Nationals 6-1. O'Neal Cruz with his first career grand slam for the Pirates. And Bouchard chases a slider, and he strikes out. 1 away for the Rockies in the 7th. Ryan McMahon, the batter. Cardinals beat the Astros 4-1, and the Brewers over the Tigers 5-1. First pitch to the left-handed hitting McMahon. It's low and in, ball 1. McMahon has struck out 3 times in the game. He is hitless in the series. Average down to 206. Mookie Betts playing up the middle to the left of the second base bag. Muncy way off the line at third. And McMahon takes a strike. One ball, 1 strike pitch coming. And it's on the way, swing and a miss. I was thinking of Tampa Bay. We go down there to play at George Steinbrenner Field in Tampa. That'll be first weekend in August. So the Dodgers and Rays and a spring training ballpark. 1-2 pitch. Swung on. There's a hit to right field. McMahon finally got a hit. Rounding second and heading to third is Martini. And into second with a double is Ryan McMahon, his 3rd double of the season.
All of a sudden, the Rockies have the tying runs in scoring position. That was a curveball and not a particularly good one.
The Dodgers are going to get some action in the bullpen. Left-hander Alex Vesia starts to throw. Mark Pryor, the pitching coach, will take a stroll from the third base dugout to try to buy some time and get Vesia some more throws in.
Hey, friends, have a moment looking ahead on Saturday the 26th. After a decade of Dave Roberts at the helm of the Dodgers, the Pirates will be in. That's a 6:10 start on the 26th. So come out and celebrate L.A. Skipper. The first 40,000 fans in attendance are going to receive a Dave Roberts bobblehead. Presented by Kinoshita. So come on out, join us, Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
Well, the meeting on the mound is broken up. Kyle Farmer coming up. He's got runners at second and third. Tying run is in scoring position in the top of the 7th inning. And would look to be a game on cruise control early. You can never count anybody out in the major leagues that early in a game. Dodgers had a 7-1 lead, leading 8-6, but the Rockies threatening again. Ball one delivered inside to the right-handed hitting Kyle Farmer. Martini off of third base, McMahon off of second. And that pitch down low. You think about McMahon, where he hit the ball. He hit it in such a way where Teoscar Hernandez was running away from second base toward the line in right field to make the play. If that ball had been hit a little bit more to the left, he might have had a chance to get the ball to second base, hold him at first, and keep the double play in order. Anytime as an outfielder, as you know, Mo, you want to try to keep that runner at first base, keep a forced play on whenever you can.
Absolutely imperative to be able to do it. That ground ball double play can get you out of some trouble, can get you out of an inning.
3-0 to Farmer. And Kasparia's pitch, strike called outside corner at the knees. 3-1. Each team with 10 hits in the game now. Kasparias comes set, looks back at second, now to the plate, swing and a miss, strike two. Down to swing at a low slider.
Well, it would have been ball four.
Farmer may have been a bit anxious there in a 3-1 pitch.
Well, I think he was still thinking about the pitch prior to that he, I think, was in the strike zone.
Now a full count pitch from Kasparias. Swing and a foul back. You get a little more geared up in those hitters' counts, though?
You better believe it.
3-2, full count. Kasparias set on the hill. Farmer waits. The pitch. Swung on, ground ball toward the middle. Picked up behind the bag. It is Edman. Throws on to first to get Farmer. Coming in to score is Martini. Ground ball out and a run batted in for Kyle Farmer. It's now a one-run game at 8-7 in favor of the Dodgers. Second RBI of the night for Farmer, his 6th of the season. And now the tying runs at third base with McMahon advancing on the play. So, important now for Kasparias to get Goodman out. He deals him outside for ball one. Right-hander Tyler Kinley beginning to throw for the Rockies. Down in their bullpen in the right field corner. Here's a 1-0 pitch. And it's fouled back by Goodman. 1 ball, 1 strike. For the Dodgers in the bottom of the 7th, it's Tommy Edman, Max Munson, Andy Pages. 6, 7, and 8 due up in the order. Then Barnes, then Ohtani. Stretched by Kasparias, who's trying to get him there. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss at a slider. Ball and 2 strikes to Hunter Goodman.
Yeah, this is the opposite of a hitter with a count in your favor.
McMahon leads at third base. wants it to be in the upper 200s, but he's been getting on base. He swings, hits a high fly ball, shallow left. Sean Bouchard will come in. He'll reach up, make the catch. And the side is retired in order for the second straight inning. We head to the ninth. Tanner Scott will try to close the door for the Dodgers. They lead 8-7.
Austin Wells is the first Yankee catcher to hit leadoff in a lineup in their franchise history. That is ripped into right, back at the wall. See ya! Home run! What a start! Yankees on top 1-0.
A 2-0 pitch that's up middle of the plate, and you're going to see him get on top of this ball and then get it in the air. And this is Yankee Stadium. It's short out there. That might be a double in most ballparks, but it's a home run here.
Goldschmidt swings at the first pitch and lofts it to left center field and deep. Track, wall, see ya! There's a leadoff hitter, 1-0 Yanks. Bellinger lost one deep to right center. There it goes into the bleachers. See ya! Back to back. That one's driven deep to left field. There it goes. See ya! Back to back to back. 3-0 Yankees.
Continues on its official home.
8-7 Dodgers, top of the ninth. Tanner Scott in. Top of the ninth, sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS now. Friendly agents standing by to take your donation. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. First pitch to Amador, switch hitter batting right-handed, is a slider down and in. Swing and a miss for strike one. Amador 1 for 3 in the ball game. First time batting right-handed tonight, and the pitch. We didn't see a call from Mike Estabrook. Amador stepped out, and we don't know if that's a ball or a strike or not a pitch or not. Amador might have called time, but he may not have received time. The umpire has to grant it to you. You don't just get it automatically. And I think Estabrook is pointing at the left elbow, saying maybe his elbow pad strap was hanging down, so there will be no pitch. Gave him a chance to repair it. 0-1 pitch. And a foul ball. Now it's 0-2. That must have been what that was. Something malfunctioning with the elbow pad.
The equipment malfunction.
Yes. Those happen occasionally. Look down in the on-deck circle. Brenton Doyle, who has had a quad injury and has kept him out of this series, is on deck. He has been day-to-day and not able to start and play, but Bud Black's going to send him up here in the ninth inning. He's waiting to come up. 0-2 pitch to Amador from Tanner Scott. And strike three called. He got it with a fastball right at the knees, 96 miles per hour. So Scott starts his outing with a strikeout of Adiel Amador. Well, here comes Doyle to hit for Martini.
And Doyle's one of the three Rockies that have been hitting very well. In fact, Doyle, 321. Been out since last Thursday with that quad.
Tanner Scott, 10th appearance for the Dodgers. 5 saves on the season. And he delivers a fastball low, cut on and missed. And it's 0-1 to Brenton Doyle. 321 on the season. He's appeared in just 12 games prior to this one tonight. Here's an 0-1. Strike 2 called. Again, the fastball dancing at the knees down the middle. And Doyle behind, 0-2. Scott, ball behind his back, now puts it in his glove, the red leather glove. Kicks and delivers, and a swing and a foul back. Well, Tanner Scott's a tough guy to face. You know you're going to see a fastball, or 2, or 3. But he has great location, great control, and gets a lot of strikes. 0-2 to Doyle. Here's the pitch. Check swing, ball in the dirt, appeal down to first. Brian O'Nora rings him up on strikes. It was a slider in the dirt. And now the Rockies are down to their final out. Take 10 seconds for station identification on the world champion Dodgers audio network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Dodgers lead 8-7, 2 down, top of the ninth. Sean Bouchard, first ball swinging, hits a looping line drive into right field for a base hit, and the Rockies, with 2 outs, have the tying run aboard. Bouchard's second hit of the ballgame. He's 2 for 5.
Third baseman number 24, Ryan McMahon.
They're trying to extend the inning because the guy on deck following McMahon, if they can get to him, Kyle Farmer, he's been the hottest hitter for the Rockies.
So Zach Veen has come out to run for Bouchard. Pinch running in the ninth. Rockies are out hitting the Dodgers 11-10. Bouchard waves and misses at a slider. Left on left matchup here. Last time up for McMahon, he got a double after striking out 3 times in his first 3 at-bats. 0-1 pitch. Wave and a miss at a slider again. And that is strike 2, and the Rockies are down to their final strike. Fans on their feet at Dodger Stadium. 0-2 to McMahon. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And the Dodgers sweep the Rockies. 8-7 the final score tonight. Rockies lead the tying run on base. Dodger bats showed up early. Stayed around just long enough late. But Tanner Scott comes on for his 6th save. He strikes out 3 and gives up the 1 hit to Bouchard in the 9th. As the Dodgers go to 14-6 with the victory here at Dodger Stadium, and the Rockies continue their slide. They will go 0-6 on this road trip and go back to Denver with a record of 3-15. Take a timeout. Rick and I will wrap it up in just a moment.
AM 570.
LA's best sports talk.
The real home of the Dodgers.
Let's talk about Galpin Mazda and the #1 Mazda dealer in California. One of the largest inventories of Mazdas anywhere in the world, and the ability for you